Hey, how's it going? Hey, Bill, how you doing? Boy, it has been one fucking nightmare getting this show on today, KY. I'm not kidding you. I started out at 6 a.m., but had some issues with the nurses, and then at 8 o'clock they came in and did something in the room. No way I could do the live then; it was just too loud. And then after that was done, I had scheduled it, and then again I was unable to do it. But that's, you gotta be courteous to your neighbors and stuff. I didn't want to wake them up, especially with how loud I get, you know? So finally was able to start it now. It's been fun. Of course, KY is busy on the phone. Stevie Mau. How you doing, brother? Well, I wanted to do this show just because, one, I'm bored out of my fucking mind. You probably all know. Seriously, it's been a fun time locked in this bed. But according to my physical therapist, I'm actually doing really good. I would love to say I concur with that, but physical therapy is very slow. I'm too much of a spaz to go really fucking slow. But before they can do anything, they have to do stretching exercises because my legs have not walked in months. Now, I'm not kidding. I have to agree with them, unfortunately, because I tried to move. I really did. No chance. I wasn't able to get up. I literally could not get up. No strength to my leg. Oh, great. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a tickle in my throat. I'm going to put the link out. Stevie, it's so good to see you, brother. I saw your plant, man. I'm so fucking jealous. I really would love to have you come down after you harvest that magnificent specimen of a bush. Dragonet, oh my god, it's been so long. Thank you for stopping in. I always end up catching your shows after you've posted them up. I never end up get to see you live. I keep trying though. I do. I want you to know that. I'm thinking, shit. I keep no matter what I do, I always end up getting in. They're short. However, I will keep trying. I promise you that. You have my solemn word. I know you got 3, Stevie. That's why I'm saying you could, after you harvest those puppies, you could come see Bud. Well, hopefully I'll be out of this nightmare by then. I better be out of this nightmare by then. Serious. It's way too much to deal with. I am just literally tied up in this bed. It's killing me. I did say it's killing me, didn't I? Yeah. Oh my God. And I thought, hell, the second I had a chance to get out of this bed, I'd be up. I'd be up like, I'm not even kidding you. I'd be up doing a jig, fucking going outside, hanging in the sun. And no, that's not quite what happened. I tried to get out of bed and fell on my face. Uh-huh. Like, what? Fuck you. And there I was. However, I will, I'm going to keep going. Physical therapy is really a bitch, but it is necessary for me. I mean, I'm not. And my legs locked up from non-use. I mean, it's devastating, not using your feet. I will be doing a hula dance as soon as I get out of here. How's that? We'll have the Bud's Getting Out hula dance special. I will do a complete hula dance because you want to see Bud do the hula. Um, well, today it was fun. They actually lifted me out again, which I really cannot stand this lift, guys. This Hoya lift is just it's a flipping nightmare. It sounds like it's gonna break. It does. And I'm like going, oh shit. And then I'm like about what 7 feet. All right, Dragonette, thank you for coming in. Stay safe out there. Today's meal is fish sandwich and seasoned fries. Awesome. Because usually their stuff is, I can't stand most of the food they give. I don't like dry food. Dry, they put it in the oven and they have to cook the living fuck out of it. So, they're in a hospital situation. So they've got immune compromised people and elderly. So they cook that shit like it's going out of style. I used to make the most juiciest chicken, both, rotisserie style as well as oven. I could do it. But these people apparently can't grab. Oh my God, Stevie, hold on. I just saw you, Stevie. That is you, right? Well, I do show hope so. Or else, why? Let me porn. Damn. You there, Stevie? I can't hear shit. Anyone else in the audience hear me? No. Do you like the classic Bud picture? Damn it. Can you hear me now, Stevie? What the hell's going on? Did I turn my volume down? Hold on. No? Am I muted? Shit. Of course I don't. Oh, cool. You hear me? Because I don't have KY to let me know he's on the phone. Anyway, so that's what's been going on. Like I said, physical therapy is a pain in the ass. And now they're doing it later. Now I hope Stevie figures it out. Yeah, I know we're down to one person, which must mean we're done. How funny is that? Fuck YouTube. I mean, seriously, I'm not happy with them to begin with, what they did to Ginger, but wait. Here we go again. Is it working
Hey.
out? There it is.
Oh yeah, I see my little thing making little circles around my thing.
So how you been,
Hey
brother?
brother, good to see you, man.
Yeah, really spazzing out. I want to get out of this bed so bad it's not
I'm
even
waiting
funny.
to see you in that little grass skirt, shaking those hips and waving those arms around with coconut fucking breasts on or coconut bra.
Oh, look at that. That's how fucking happy I'll be just
Wouldn't
hanging
that
out.
be classic?
Yeah, it would. Oh,
Hell yeah.
so this
I do.
show.
If I got to see that, I'd do cartwheels.
This show has been a flipping nightmare. I wanted to do it yesterday and kept getting the doctors and the physical therapists and everyone coming in. Every single time I'd start the show, they would come in and take me away. It's like, what the fuck? So I figured it's now no one was going to come because I've had to reschedule it so much. But then I saw this is perfect. You, Bell, and KY are good enough. Yeah, I mean, there's other people alive. I don't need to get a whole mess of people in. I'm just trying to fill time, dude. I am so bored in this fucking place.
Well, it's kind of like The Boy Who Cried Wolf, you know, where it's like wolf, 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 and everybody wakes up and goes there. There's no wolf. You know what I mean?
It's screwed up though. I got a neighbor. I can't when they're sleeping or if they're trying to get sleep or if they just went to sleep. I can't have a show. I can't wake them up. I just now recently got my new roommate, so I'm still acclimating to that because I'm not used to having a roommate. They had quarantined me for 3 weeks? But literally, I was the only one allowed in the room besides the nurses and the doctors. So I got pretty spoiled. I was serious. I got spoiled, Stevie. It's nice having a big room to your fucking self, dude.
Oh, yeah, it is.
No, it's like it is whatever it is. I don't care.
Then they move in all these moaning, angry people.
Well, they brought the one guy in who was a vet. He was a Vietnam vet, and he was homeless. So, I mean, I thought, wow, you know, if I can help the guy out. But he just went nuts on everyone, including the...
He must have been like in his 70s, right? To be Vietnam.
It's like 80-something.
80
good
something.
God, the mouth on that man. He was not a happy camper. He'd be fine 1 minute. I mean, literally, oh, yeah, a great guy. And then, fuck you, I'm going to rip your eyes out and skull fuck you right where you're standing. I'm like, okay. Get out of it. And he did that one too many times with the nurses. He was telling them, I'm going to fuck you up if you don't. I'm like, whoa, dude. Chill out, brother.
Just throw some firecrackers in his bed while he's sleeping.
Oh, no, dude.
No, I'm kidding. That'd be really bad.
Poor guy. I felt bad for him until he started threatening the nurses on her, about how he was going to...
Yeah, you can't
break their
bite
neck
the hand that feeds you, you know?
No,
that never worked.
And he did it in front of a couple people that weren't going to put up with it. They narked on him. So they came and took him away. And transferred him, I believe. Yeah, I didn't see him again.
Transferred him somewhere. Like in China. They transfer you somewhere and you never see him again, you know? No, okay. I'm in a weird mood today. Everything's a joke.
There you go.
I can't even say anything without trying to make it funny. I don't know why.
Dude. Well, I mean...
It's one of those days.
I bet they threw him out.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah. He broke policy and he got ejected.
I think we just lost Bell. Nope, we're back to having Bell.
They did that with my grandma. She's 99 and went in the rest home, which she was staying with my parents down here in California, and then she just got to be a pain in the ass. And then everybody was putting up with her and like, let's take the dog for a walk and let's do all these fun things, you know. And then she's like, no, I hate you guys, and I wanna go die in Utah. And so she went back to Utah. So, you know, we got her rest home thing, and it wasn't really like a hospice. It was all these nice old ladies that would go and have breakfast together and lunch together and dinner together. And then we had to move her in there. It's like, oh my God.
GW, welcome in, brother.
George Ward.
I love his name, Mr. Bean. Now, Mr. Bean was his dog, the one that bit him in the face.
Yeah. Hey, George, I think you should go. I think you should just go with Mr. Bean because everybody likes it. Just be Mr. Bean. Just go with that.
Especially the part where he bit you in the face, GW.
Yeah, I know. That sucks.
Yeah.
Every time they call me Mr. Bean, I feel like I'm a dog. I should have named it GW and Mr. Bean.
Have you ever watched Mr. Bean? the English
Yeah,
guy.
it's
Mr.
hilarious.
Bean?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So you could just be Mr. Bean American, you know. Everybody
There
likes
you
to
go.
call you Mr. Bean.
I noticed that. I keep saying, call me George. And, all right, Mr. Bean. Really?
I go out of my way to say hi, George, you know, every time, but
All
they
right,
see Mr. Bean and GW.
I got your message, KY.
Just put an S on it. Be Mr. Beans.
Oh my God, my little doggy.
I don't think anyone else has that in the community, so that'd work.
My little doggy.
I thought about going live, but I'm not for sure if I got it right yet or not. My nephew said he fixed it, but I don't know. Is it echoing?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah. When you go on StreamYard, you have to like drop YouTube or set one of them off or do something.
Yeah.
But you're good.
I mute my second one.
I wish I could. I have to close it. Because if
Hmm.
I'm on a tablet, so if I mute anything, then I mute everything.
Oh, okay.
I can't just
Sounds
mute
like a pain in
YouTube.
the ass.
Yeah. So I have to like go into StreamYard and it's like enter broadcast studio. You click that button. And then right then I gotta like switch over and close YouTube and because it
Hang
echoes
on,
really
guys.
bad on me.
My roommate. Hang on one sec. Steve.
So how you feel about losing Mr. Beans there, George?
Oh man, I'm sad. I
Yeah, it's
cry
pretty tough.
almost every day.
That's pretty tough. He
It
reminds
is.
me a lot of my little dog.
He was my buddy too. He was like a little bro to me. It just, I don't know. It just, he bit me in the face at one time. Okay, if he bites me in the face, where's he going to bite next? My throat.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I can't have that. That'll haunt me just thinking of it. I'm hoping the new owners could actually straighten him out because he's already been aggressive toward them too.
Yeah, and I know that you know the difference between like if a dog just because I play with my dog all the time. If it accidentally bit me in the chin, I'd be like, "Ow!" and it'd be like, "Oh, sorry, 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 sorry."
Oh
You know?
yeah, he done that to me too. I mean, yeah, we play around like that, but
But if
biting
they
you in
get
the face
aggressive,
while you're asleep, that's no,
yeah.
I can't
If
deal
they
with
do like
that.
a real bite, if they do a real bite, that's different than a play
Oh
bite.
yeah,
You
he
know?
made my nose bleed. I had a split on my nose, the inside of my nose, and I mean it scarred up. And it, man, I couldn't touch my nose or anything. He got me good, and I wasn't even nowhere near him. It's like, what the hell? But I didn't know if he'd done it to try to hurt me to go to hospital, because a couple days later, after he was gone, that's when I went in the hospital for those 5 or 6 days. And I had infected blood as like that sepsis, sepsis.
Sepsis. That's what Bud had. Bud had sepsis in his
Damn,
leg.
I
Same
had it
thing.
inside my pee hole area. That's where it sucked at. Real close to the bladder area. Both of them was infected and shit, and I don't know how to pronounce that tube that goes inside you. I call it a Peter straw.
Peter straw.
Peter straw.
That's a good name for it. I think that's the best name
Peter
for it.
straw.
Yeah,
I like
if you're
that.
thirsty, come on over here. I got the straw.
That's all right.
What's it called? Like, I'm trying to blank. I don't know.
I tend to avoid
Something
any
C-A-T-E.
Peter straws. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Peter straw is a better name.
Yeah, them damn things hurt, boy.
I never had one. I imagine it would.
Oh my god.
I'm afraid to ask what the fuck that is.
Yeah, I got some weird 3D thing one time and had to like take care of it myself. Well, I took care of myself first, and if that didn't work, I was gonna go to the doctor. But yeah, that was kind of painful.
Bill, I gave him everything. When I got rid of the dog, he got all their clothes, winter stuff, car carrier, toys. Now I still find a toy every once in a while, and I'll cry because I know it belonged to him. You know what I'm saying? I got another dog, but I think it's more my sisters and my nephews, and then it is mine, which is cool because
Thank you for the sandwich.
I mean the dog seems really behaved. I mean, if he's got to go potty, he'll scratch at the door.
Nope,
He won't do it in the house at all. He'll hold it till you take him out. I mean, what else can you ask for? You know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact,
And doesn't bite your face when you're sleeping.
Exactly. And he sleeps in his cage at nighttime too. And which is even better because he's not sleeping with us.
Yeah, I think I'd give up on the idea that the dog knew you had sepsis and was trying to wake you up or something, because that's not what dogs do. They would just be extra nice to you and hug you and lay on you and love you, you know?
Yeah.
They don't bite your face about that.
oh my God. My little doggy, she'll grab my nose, but she has no teeth.
Oh, she
You're
got it.
not trying to remove your nose. Huh?
Cute as fuck. When she does it, she just like, she lightly tromps down and hangs on.
You got a
That
big old
dog's got
nose.
some of the wildest hair I ever saw.
Well, I got a small dog.
You got a nose you can't resist. It's like, yeah, I could hang from that.
I know, she's so adorable. She's out right now at the park. My roommate just sent me pictures of her out in the park. Thank you.
My son comes into town on Thursday. Stay with me for a few days. He's coming here for a wedding.
Is that
And
good?
it's his wife's, well, it's his girlfriend's friends, and he doesn't know any of them. But he's going to a wedding, so I get to hang out with my kid for a couple of days. That'll be good. Not the kid that wants to kill me. The kid that is my good kid.
I was afraid to ask.
Yeah. My kid that wants to kill me, yeah, he's staying with his mom right now.
Oh, thank God.
He got a great job. He works nights. And so
What's
he doesn't
doing?
even have to see his mom. He just has a key and comes in at night, sleeps.
This kid told me one time he threatened to fucking take a screwdriver and stick it in my chest while I'm going down the road. And I was a trace truck driver for the bike group. And his dad wanted his son in the front seat sitting in the back of the truck. I said, well, that's fine. He can come up here. I don't care. And he told me that. I said, the next clip I see, I'm going to open up the door and put your ass off into it and say, I don't have no idea where he's at. That kid never touched me. He never messed with me no more. He left me alone. He told his dad what I said. And I said, yep, I sure in the hell did. And if he tries to stab me, I'm going to push his ass out. And I hope he goes all the way down to the bottom. His kid ain't riding on the back of the bike with him the rest of the way.
I like my fish sandwich, but nothing would beat whatever that was. Bill just sent me a picture of. Hold on, strawberry shortcake. You evil bastard.
Ooh, strawberry shortcake. It's been a long time for me.
I know.
16
But I
years
made
I haven't had
much
strawberry
cheese,
shortcake.
dude.
Well, y'all, I got another Facebook account. I had to start all over when I lost my old one. I lost that channel. I lost everything. And now you got to look for a ugly baby picture.
Oh, Jesus.
Ugly baby picture.
Thank God I should never had that other.
That's a good name.
What, ugly baby picture?
Oh, did I guys tell you, man? I'm not kidding you. This is amazing.
Because everyone's like, "Oh, look at my babies! I'm so cute." And you're like,
I look at this. I look at this as a good omen, by the way. I looked out my window and there was a squirrel taking a shit.
Oh my God!
I'm not like, God damn. I tried to get a picture of it. It saw me and ran like a motherfucker.
I think a good omen would be like a squirrel outside your window in the tree wearing a little hula skirt, doing a fucking little hula
doing a
dance.
little hula dance. Yeah, no shit.
That'd be
This
perfect.
I've seen a
motherfucker-
short clip of a TikTok where this two cops says officer safety, and the guy bent over just a little bit and started shitting on that cop.
Shit.
I
Well,
thought
I
that
mean,
was hilarious.
there's an entire family of those little, you know. So I have a problem with looking out there. Right where I want to put my little the oven I'm getting made. So the supplies came in today though. The 5 days late, and KY called them and said, "Okay, fuck you. I want a refund." All of a sudden they show up.
Hello, Jessica.
All of a sudden the shit shows the fuck up. Oh, Jessica, how you doing? So good to
Jessica
see you.
Stone in there.
Improp. This one's been like a. What'd you say it was like, Stevie? A Cry Wolf one. I opened. Swear to God, I wanted to
Cry
start it last night, but then something came up, and then this morning I wanted to have it, but they were having a major fucking issue. And then at 8 o'clock when I was gonna have it, they
Oh
come
no, that's funny.
right before they come to fucking to drag me out the first time. So I'm like, oh man, come on. You wait till 8 fucking o'clock. Can you come back? No, of course they can't come back. Everything's urgent with them. After I was done with that shit, then I rescheduled it, and then I just said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going live. I don't give a shit. Because I really just I can't. It's just the boredom of this room. That's why you should come down and see me, Stevie.
Bring a joint.
No shit. There's a balcony out back. Like I was kidding, man. There's a balcony out back. It's big enough. People go out there all the time. I can smell it. I'm like a fucking bloodhound. It wouldn't take that much. Now, Mighty Whitey's a psycho.
It would take me and the crane to get you in your wheelchair, and then while we were out there,
No, I could get into the chair. I can get in the chair though.
Mau, 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 mau.
There he
KY.
is.
What's up, brother?
My man
Hey,
KY.
hey.
Oh, he finally showed
George.
up.
No, I was on the phone with Amazon getting our money back.
Oh, that's good.
Even though it was delivered, you're a god amongst men.
Hey,
And I'm all
what do you look at that picture? You tell me what's your first impression, Stevie? Man or woman?
oh Jesus.
I look like
Look
a
at that.
woman in a way, but it also
Jesus.
looked like a man.
That looks pretty masculine to me.
Look like
Nasty.
weird. Look like Weird Al.
Weird
Those
Al
are kind of high
Yankovic or
cheekbones,
whatever.
so I would have guessed woman unless you told me to guess, and then since
Yeah,
you
could
told me
be
to guess, I'd
could be
say,
a trans.
well, those are pretty manly knuckles there.
Those are pretty manly
manly
knuckles.
It looked like a
knuckles.
mustache in a
I've
way.
never been with a girl. I've never been with a girl that had man hands like that.
And those eyebrows. Those aren't woman eyebrows. I'm sorry.
Would you get
I
a
don't
love
know.
letter?
I think I've had to pass that one up.
I would, yeah.
Oh yeah, I definitely take a pass on
She
that.
might
One.
have something bigger than mine.
No matter what she had downstairs,
Oh,
I
shit.
take a pass on that.
Yeah,
One.
Oh, you
the
don't
coffee
wrong,
cup
you're
says explore more. No, I
Oh
don't.
hell no.
No.
Hell no.
No loading in the dumping zone. Sorry.
God almighty. I hear that song in the background, push it to the limit. No, I don't think so.
No. Not that limit. That's the
How
other
about-
limits.
I bought
Yeah, I know.
2 cans of paint on Amazon a
Yeah.
while back, and then they didn't come. And it's like a whole week went by. Past it's late a whole week. And so I'm like, get a hold of Amazon. I'm like, it never showed up, man. And so then like, okay, we'll send you 2 more. And that day the 2 showed up, and the next
Oh,
day
that-
the other 2 showed up. So I had like 4 gallons of paint.
Well, that
So-
happened with my TV, man. I ordered a TV from these idiots, and for the better part of the month, they kept fucking around with it. So I reordered one, and then the next thing you know, right as they got the other one out the door, this thing arrives at the door. So now I have 2 of them. I'm
Well,
like,
she
fuck
said, "Well,
yeah.
when's the last time you checked?" I said, "I called him 20 minutes ago, and he didn't have it 20 minutes ago."
Yeah.
That's the truth, right? You didn't have it 20 minutes ago.
So I'm like, well, I'll
Why
just
not?
keep it. Now I got like 4 gallons of paint, and I'm thinking, what am I gonna paint? I'm looking around my house, going, does that need paint? Does that need paint?
Go paint the golf course.
Dude,
Paint the green. Paint the green. You know, lilac or whatever. What color is the paint?
what you should do is get black
It's
paint.
white. It's all white. It's just pure white. I should
Well,
just make. I should just paint like a football field on the.
A gridiron. Yeah,
Oh,
paint a
okay.
gridiron on the green. You know.
Or get some black paint and paint little holes. That motherfuckers be shooting at them from a distance. What the fuck?
Do like that Target commercial. Paint white rings. Target rings around the.
Because
So
I'm
they
not gonna schedule some UPS thing to fucking send 2 gallons back. You know. Although I probably should morally, but
No, you
I'm not
shouldn't.
gonna. I already
No,
waited way past when I
You
should have
do
waited.
realize they get a massive. They get to write that off 3 times, right?
Oh yeah.
So they don't want it anyway, dude. They don't want your damn paint. They're probably thinking to
Yeah.
themselves, "Go paint a tree."
And Jeff
fucker."
Bezos, he's got enough dollars. He's the
Oh
one.
yeah,
And he's got insurance for everything that he lives in.
exactly.
So I'm not worried.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, it's been a rough week. I can't get out of it. I'm really need to get out of this bed. And I figure if anyone comes up, I roll out back there, take a few hits. Now, Mighty had it right. He's all gonna come up and smoke me out, and then he's gonna leave. So I'm all fucked up, sitting out there on the balcony, going dribbling like an idiot.
Leave you with a bag of pot in your lap,
Not even that. I don't leave any of it.
babbling to the nurses.
No, I don't want to go out there multiple times. Just one time will be good enough for me. Just, I'm serious. Just once. I don't. He's like, well, why don't I get you some? No. Just come up, bring yourself just hang with me for a little while, go home. Everything's good.
I like
will be-
Mighty Whitey. He puts a smile on my face every time. He's always in a
It's a
syrupy
therapy.
mood.
It's a therapy, Jessica. Really, it is. It's very painful, but yeah, I have a package that just arrived at the front. Thank you.
Don't forget a dolly, 2-wheel dolly. It's probably a humongous box.
Oh, Jesus
What, you get him a refrigerator?
No, he got
No,
me a
20
blow-up doll.
It's foam board, but it's 20 by 30. So I imagine they put it in a 30 by 70 box,
Yeah, they always go out of their goddamn way. They sent a ruler. I'm not kidding you, 16-inch ruler, and they put it in a 4.5-foot box. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Goddamn thing!
yeah,
Like, what do
they
you
do
guys
that.
taller than me? It's like, no wonder you motherfuckers are out of trees. What the hell is your problem? And then I open it up, and there's all this
UPS
tacky
and
shit.
FedEx is going to hook up together, right?
Yeah, that shouldn't be allowed. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Who-
it's going to be
who
called
is-
Fed Up.
Fed up.
Fed
It's
up.
that. There you go. Fed up. Yeah. I'm just like, I'm doing better. I really am.
Okay. What do you call
Oh God.
Okay.
a millennial walking his dog through Yellowstone Park?
I don't know. Buffalo Bader.
What the fuck? Okay, what? KY? Throw me with this.
A woke in the park.
A woke in the
Woke
park.
in the
Man,
park.
are you serious? Woke in the park.
I think he's a Buffalo Bader.
But
You guys
I
saw
like
that
to-
video, right? Of that buffalo attacking that somebody.
car?
They said like
Yeah, man.
73-year-old lady, but I saw it hitting the kid's dad, and he saved his kid.
holy shit.
Just
Yeah,
like-
fuck buffaloes. Fuck
Oh,
buffaloes.
okay.
They're just like
what-
alligators that don't live in the swamp, man. They're just
Hey, did you see that picture I sent about 3 weeks ago? They found this lady called the Department of Natural Resources. There's some kind of lizard in my pond. 7-foot alligator. There's some kind of lizard in my pond. What, you idiot? You don't know what a fucking alligator is? You don't know what an alligator is?
It's
I
like,
watched
I was
it.
getting hungry, and that lizard looks really good.
Watched
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
watched a video, a TikTok video of some dumb fuck cop in Texas catching an alligator. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, wow, you go right ahead. I'm like, I'd pull out my gun and just open fire. I don't know about you, but fuck catching a bitch.
She's stupid. Why the hell you call the police? You get that thing, you shoot it, you got it, you start selling alligator steaks. You know how people have to go all the way to Florida to get them.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
or make-
all these
make-
rednecks. Hey, I got gator steaks for any of y'all. Come get them.
got
I tell you what,
some-
alligator tail is delicious.
You
Oh
go
yeah, that's
ahead.
what I'm saying.
I'm
You cut
all
that
for
tail
it.
off, start cutting 1-inch thick gator steaks, gator tail steaks. Oh man,
Jesus.
Tastes like chicken,
would-
right?
I just
It don't
keep it
taste
up
like
to date.
chicken. It's got its
No.
own unique taste.
yes, it
Make
does.
a boot out of them, man. I'm serious. Get some gator boots. Yeah, baby.
That's the skin, not the meat.
Yeah,
Whatever. I'm not saying take the skin and you hear that song in the background. There's these.
You can
boots
just make
are
some
made
meat
for
boots if you want. You could make meat boots, and then you can go.
meaty
to the
boots.
swamp.
Exactly.
I
You know
watched
what
another video. I watched another video, but yesterday it was about a Department of Natural Resource guy who wanted to see if they could deter bears with electric fences. So
Gator have.
they got a deer that was a roadkill, and they cut it in half. They gut it and cut it in half, and they put it on a post about 7 feet above the ground and let it hang down so it was just about 6 feet. It must
Oh,
have
the
been like
bear could smell it.
9 or 10 feet. And they put the rope and the deer was hanging so that the carcass was about 6 feet off the ground. And they
Oh, yeah, hi. I just ate.
had wire or something wrapped around the deer, real fine wire. And they had the ground all wet, and they had two 12-volt batteries and some electronics and stuff, and the
Some
ground was all wet. And
Yeah.
so when the bear stepped on that area, as soon as he grabbed the deer, he got a shock from the electric fence controller.
Mhm.
So the bear sniffed, smelled the deer, walked up and grabbed, boom, and he ran off. And then about 2 minutes later, he came back. And he sniffed, and he got close. It's like you can tell there was electricity on it. He got close. He backed up, then he kind of backed away, and then he sat there, he sat on his haunches looking at the thing, and he went over and
Cut
grabbed
the wire.
no,
Cut
he
the
went
deer.
over and grabbed the deer leg again. He got zapped again. He ran back, and then he sat there about 5 minutes just looking at it. Like. So then he walked around the pole, the pole that it was mounted on, and he saw that there was human stuff there, and he swatted at it. Boom! Got rid of the power.
Yep.
Grabbed it, and ate it. Nope.
Bears are smart as hell. I've been up in
Yeah.
Yosemite, 20 miles out, backpacking. Took 2 days to get there. We were going to hang out for like a couple weeks and work our way back. And then the bears came. And it's like, we had our shit. We had a steel cable tied to a rock going up way up to the tree, 40 feet up. Our food's way up there. And the bears, at first the little baby bears tried to like climb the tree and get it, but they can't because it's on the end of a branch. And the mama bear sat on the bottom and she looked at it. She chewed right through that steel cable and dropped it right on the ground and took it. They
That
took
shit's
all
ours,
of it.
man. Get out of here.
We're 20 miles out. It just took 2 days to walk there. We're so fucking worn out. And ate all the food. Sat up on the hill, roaring, eating it all. We could hear it. It's like,
Damn bear.
no. We had like pancakes and sausage and beers and all this good shit in there, man. And we were left with like hot chocolate. The only thing it didn't eat was the hot chocolate mix. So we were too tired to walk back the next day. So we went and found the hot chocolate mixes and ate that for the next day. And
That's
then
because
walked
you went
back
over to the
next
next
day.
campsite and had s'mores. Yeah, there was a
Bears
guy
are really smart.
when we were there
Bears
in 65. There was a guy there who had a pop-up camper, with the canvas sides like ours. It had the hard top, and then it had the aluminum half door that you could seal and lock, and then that way no one could come in your camper unless they, sliced your windows, your screens,
Unless
and
they
stuff
had
like that.
claws.
So the guy had 2 German shepherds, and they were trained. And he had a sign that said, "Trained dogs under camper do not approach within 5 feet." And as long as you stayed away, they didn't move. But if you got about 6 or 7 feet, they came out from it and they stared at you. They waiting for you to cross the line. There was he literally drew a line, and the dogs knew what the line meant. And if you got close to that line, the dogs would come out and then they would sit and stare at you like, "Go ahead, cross that line. I'll chew your fucking leg out. Go ahead." So then you walk away and the dog would go back underneath the camper in the shade again. Well, bears came into camp and they apparently smelled the food in his camper. Well, the bears crossed the line. Them dogs, they tore into those 2 German shepherds. They tore into that bear.
Yeah.
They weren't having it.
It depends what mood the bear's in, because he could take out 2 dogs pretty quick.
Oh, sure. Sure he could.
Couple swats, but he was probably like, what?
These were trained dogs. They weren't just stupid family dogs. They were trained dogs. They bite and back up, bite and back up,
Yeah.
They lunge, bite, and run away. Lunge, bite, and run away. I mean, we're all in our camper watching these bears.
Oh, what is that? Oh God, can you put it in the fridge? They already brought me out another one. Oh hell no! I couldn't.
Yeah,
eat that
I've been
much
up
on
camping a lot
the-
of times, backpacking.
Me
You know,
too. That would be no. I couldn't do it. But if you
but
now that you brought
now
it
they
in,
got these. Now they got these ABS little drums,
put my
that you
room
put your
door
food-
and throw it in the.
and you just leave them on the ground, and
'cause
the
they-
barrel,
all you
the
do is
barrel
throw it.
come and
I'll eat
he
it like
can't put it in his jaws. He can bat it around. You're in your tent going, oh fuck,
Wow, that's
holy
sweet.
shit!
I'd
And
explode.
the bears are there trying to get the food, but they can't get it out of these little containers, and you just rent them for free at
Oh,
Yosemite.
okay. Hey, you and I were talking that one day. We talked about that.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I hadn't been there since '63. The last time I was there.
yeah, I don't know when. I don't know. I don't know
I
when
was
I went
8.
there.
I was 8 years old.
I went there in like late '70s, and they didn't have anything. But then I went with my kids like 20 years later, and
We went to
That was-
Lost Lake and Petrified Forest, and then we went to the Grand Tetons, and then we
Yeah.
came back to Wisconsin. It was 6 weeks of camping and traveling.
one of my buddies, one of our trips, he brought like a 12-pack of Mickey's Big Mouth beers up there. We're like, you're nuts. We're like, you're fucking nuts, man. Because everyone's trying to keep everything as light as they can, you know. And it's like, we brought a little bit of vodka or something if we wanted to drink or something. But like, nobody's gonna bring beer. Who's gonna bring beer up that mountain?
Yeah, that's a
But
lot to
did.
drag around. You bet.
And then we had our little Mossberg shotguns back then and stuff that we weren't supposed to have, but we did. And he's like, "I'm gonna protect the beer," and sure as shit, people tried to steal our beer because we put it in the stream to cool it off,
Right, right.
and people
Those
saw
streams are
it.
about 50 degrees, 48, 50 degrees.
Yeah, and people were trying to figure out, how do I get on the other side of the river and get that, you know? And they tried, and then we started shooting our guns in the air, and they took off.
Oh, maybe we won't.
Maybe we shouldn't get their beer. Yeah, I had all kinds of fun camping as a kid. Well, not a kid, but as a young adult. It was after Boy Scouts. Boy Scouts camping was never that fun
I didn't get to go when I was a kid.
because you had like a boss. You know, you had your scout leader, boss guy being a dickhead, not letting us have any fun. You know, but
Well,
later
Jessica
on,
Stone. Good
I
to
went
see
to an
you.
ROTC camp one time for about 3 days. That was sort of interesting. We got to eat all kinds of unique crap. Fish eyeballs, rabbit blood, and tastes just like French toast. It really did. And the fish eyeballs taste like okra. You just pop them right out of the fish and swallow them whole. I was the guinea pig on everything. I liked it all. But I could eat some weird shit, boy. I could really eat some weird stuff. Worms
Can you
and
eat
night
bugs?
crawlers.
Can you eat bugs?
Oh yeah, crickets.
Yeah.
On my old channel as George Ward, if you actually look in there, you'll see me eat night crawlers and I'll tell you all kinds of stuff that I eat. I eat crickets,
Over it.
mealworms. I went to a bait shop one time. I said, "How's the crickets this year?" And they go, "I don't know. How in the hell you tell?" I said, "You eat one." He said, I said, "Yeah." He said, "I'll pay for it if you eat it."
Oh,
I
jeez.
ate a cricket. I ate a mealworm. I ate a tataka worm. I ate everything. And that guy goes, "Man, you one sick fuck."
Yeah, you got any hot sauce?
Oh, that's fucked up.
In
Oh.
Thailand, they have these carts they push around, and it's full of like, I don't know, it's like crickets and these grubs and tarantulas and coal birds that like, I don't know what they do. It's like they're born out of the egg and then they drop them in oil or something. So it's like these, and it's like I'm not gonna eat that. I'm not gonna eat that. But the little grubs didn't look too bad, and they like fry them up and they're salty and they put some seasoning on them. And I could eat those, but
There's a lot of protein in the grub. Yeah, you bet.
Guys,
Yeah.
I'll be right back, y'all.
but my brother, he went with me the
There we
first time
go.
I went there, and
I was wondering
his
how
buddies
I
were
got
daring
back.
him to eat a cricket. Or it wasn't a cricket; it was a grasshopper. It was a full-on, big leg grasshopper.
Gotta pull the legs off of grasshopper.
And he ate the whole thing, and the leg got stuck in his throat, and he was
Yeah, you
gagging
gotta pull
and
the legs off.
popping. Because they're like one direction, they got all these spikes on them, and he swallowed it the wrong way. It
Yeah,
wasn't going to go down.
Yeah, when you eat grasshopper, you definitely got to pull the legs off. The
Yeah.
bigger part legs, not the small legs. The
Right.
small ones are okay. You could chew
the
those.
rear legs. You gotta pull the rear legs off. Yeah.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah.
Here,
We
you
went
guys
through that with escape and evasion and survival course. Yeah,
Yeah.
we all had to eat a grasshopper.
Well,
And-
if you look back at human history, and they check like in the caves in Texas back when
Yeah,
like the first people came to America,
Good God,
it
that's
wasn't
a
the
small
Indians.
picture.
It was before that. And they it's so dry in Texas that it preserved stuff. So they've checked it
guys-
out and like
Can
pretty
you
much
guys
had an insect diet. First humans had an insect diet.
Can you see
Because
that?
you know what we can catch? Go outside and catch something.
Can you
The
see
only
that?
thing you're gonna catch, you're not gonna catch a squirrel.
I
unless
can't
you get
enlarge
fancy
it.
with the trap.
Can you see it?
You're not gonna catch a
Oh, it's
rabbit.
an alligator
You're
now.
not gonna
I had to
catch
blow it
anything
up
like that.
full blast.
Yeah, I know.
You can
Watch
catch-
this. You're gonna love this shit.
You're gonna catch bugs is what you're gonna catch. Oh yeah, I seen this. I love it.
Yeah, like I would do that. This guy's a raging idiot.
He's trying to catch an alligator in a garbage dumpster.
And he does it. It's just so small. You can't enlarge the fucking thing, so but he
Ooh.
ends up getting it in there. That's just insane.
Yeah.
People and alligators. I don't understand. Idiot.
He's all, you guys tell me when the head gets in, and then the head was in barely, and he tried to get it, and then he's like, no, tell me when the head goes all the way in.
Stupid.
With the sound on that one, yeah. And he got it. It's kind of a longer video. It shows him like looking at first and figuring out what to do and getting the garbage can and all that.
Hang on, guys.
Yeah.
I got to pee right back. I got to pee.
At least I can pee.
I don't know. I can't eat weird stuff too much. Like Thailand has weird stuff. You know, you go to barbecue thing and little stands. You know, and it's like, what are those? And it's like, they're pretty
Cockroaches.
good. What are they? They're like chicken butts. And you know, like a chicken has that little nub that sticks out that holds the tail
Oh,
feathers.
how pleasant.
They're just little chicken butts.
Chicken butts.
And
Oh,
they
it looks like
put all the
yeah, like a turkey too. They look like a little heart.
yeah,
They look like a little heart.
It's
They
like
do.
a little nugget, but it's kind of different.
They're little nugget. Yeah, that's what it looks like, a little
I was
nugget.
eating those, like that's chicken butts, and I'm like, well, okay, I'm done with these. And I don't eat the hearts or the intestines, but I've been
Oh.
tricked into eating some weird stuff over there. Just so that when I'm right in the middle of eating it, they tell me what it is,
You know.
just to see my reaction. Just because that's what us European Americans or whatever do. We freak out. But like, yeah, eating tarantulas and stuff. I'm not gonna do that. No,
Oh, like when I was at
they
Fort
got all this
Riley.
other good food. I'm like, why would you eat that? There's also
When I
other
was at
good
Fort
food.
Riley, we ate turkey gizzards and turkey livers fried.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
yeah, I don't mind like gizzard and livers. That's not too bad.
So it's all in the morning, okay?
Do they know if it
But
arrived?
like in Thailand, when you order soup, you know, and chicken soup, you get a couple legs in there. You know, you get a couple feet in there, not legs. You get feet,
The feet, yeah.
and you're like, what am I getting these feet? And then like the skin's falling off the feet, and I was like, no.
Do you know what time they
no.
open up in the morning?
Yeah, they should be here by like 8 in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, like after your breakfast, they're usually here already.
Sounds good.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But you know what? If I was starving, I'd eat anything. I'd
Yeah,
eat everything.
you're
I'd eat
starving, you're
whatever.
gonna eat that.
Yeah, that's a whole different story. I'm at a
That
place
is-
where I got money. There's a McDonald's right there. McDonald's right on the corner.
That's
It's like,
where
why
I'm
would I
going.
eat chicken? Why would I eat chicken feet? It's just Burger King around the corner. It's like, no.
Well, they won't know till tomorrow, KY.
They won't know what.
The activity center is closed, and that's where all the packages are taken.
Oh, okay.
They can't access it until tomorrow at 8.
Well, it's
Are they going to allow you to have a razor knife to cut those?
Are they what?
Or are you going to make them there?
I'm gonna make them.
Hmm.
Yep,
So you got a razor knife and a Sharpie and a square.
Yep. Well,
That's
not a
about all you
square.
need.
I don't have a square.
Or a ruler.
you don't need
Oh.
that. Everything's 10 by 10 square. All you do is, and he's gonna cover it with foil anyhow. Who cares? He takes his pen, he makes a mark. It's a 20 by 30 foam board. He's got to mark 10 by 10 squares. It's real simple.
Yeah. We'll cut them in half first, lengthwise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then cut
go
the other
donk, donk,
squares.
and then cut that in thirds, and we'll cut the angle.
Exactly.
Yeah. As long as you got a nice sharp razor knife, that'll
Yeah.
work.
I got that on order for him.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
guys, I'm gonna get out of here. My sister's home. I don't want to get y'all a strike because she like listening to music and all kinds of crap.
All right,
Okay.
George. Thank
Right,
you for
George.
coming up, brother.
All right. Thanks for letting me up.
You're
Hey,
welcome. Anytime.
Anytime you want to come, man.
All right.
See you.
Later, y'all.
See
All
you
right.
around, George.
As long as you don't bring that crabby little dog.
Well, my little doggy was in the park today.
Oh. Yeah, he had to get rid of his because it started biting people. And then the people he gave it to, it was biting people. So they had to get rid of it. So
Yeah.
something tells me Mr. Bones is headed for the big bone in the sky.
The big bean
See,
yard in the sky.
my doggy
Bean.
getting
Mr. Bean,
So
yeah,
old.
Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean is probably headed for that big dog bone in the sky.
There she is.
Little fluff ball.
Exactly, little polar bear.
Cotton ball with a little nose on it.
Her appointment's coming up. I'm so excited for
My dog like buried a bone out back, but didn't bury it very well because nothing comes and gets it, you know. So it gets pretty lax, like lazy. Like I'll just bury it under the mulch a little bit. But then my brother came and stayed with me for 3 days with his Doberman, his 120-pound Doberman, which my dog's scared shitless of. The big old Doberman, it's got a big old nose and it can find everything. So I went around and found all the bones. No, and
it.
then they laughed. And now my little dog's like looking, where'd my bone go? Where'd my bone go? Like, I don't know. You gotta learn to bury it a little better, hide it a little better.
Yep.
You never know when a freaking Doberman pincher's gonna show up and take it.
Shit.
You never know when there's going to be a shortage of bones.
Yeah.
So the package I won't be able to get it till tomorrow.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Like, I
So we finally hit summer here. I mean, we had like 1 week where it was in the hundreds all week, but that was in June. That was like weird. And then since July started, we just had our first 100-degree today. It was like 102, 103.
yeah, it was hot as fuck.
We were
I
over
know we're
103
back.
times already.
And then we're gonna be we were I don't know, we had like this is like the 8th day of over 100, and we're only supposed to get 11 in a year. That's the average. But yeah, it's gonna be. Since I live kind of near the coast, so we get this breeze that comes in when the weather's right. They call it Delta breeze. So we get this cool wind every night, which it's not coming tonight, but it's supposed to start tomorrow, which keeps our days under 100. So we're supposed to be like 95, 96 for the next 5 days.
Don't need no heat. Bring on the
But it's
heat.
not that long because we still cool down to like 60 at night, so it's not that bad. Mornings are like cold.
Yeah, it's nowhere as fucked up.
Even by noon, it's only 80. Up till noon, you're fine. But 4 in the afternoon, 5 in the afternoon, yeah, it's freaking hot. Just got to keep my plants watered.
What
I've been
the
putting fish emulsion on them. God, that's hard to work with. There's no way to do it without getting stinky. I pour it in a bucket and then spray a hose. And then like flies come like crazy. And then
What are you
but
putting
by the
on?
time I sprayed it in the hose, it's like the little mist comes out of the bucket and I already smell like dead fish.
dead
Oh,
fish.
fish emulsion. Oh, fish emulsion.
That's
Okay.
fish emulsion, yeah. That stuff's so
Yeah.
stinky.
Yeah, it is.
But I don't know. I had my best friend who grew like giant plants but he died and I'm kind of doing it his way. Just for once, you know.
There you go.
Copying his thing. Because I used to grow them in buckets and he's like, no, you got to dig a 3 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot hole and you got to do all this prep. And so I don't know. So I did it his way this time. We'll see.
There you go.
But the fish emulsion thing is a little rough. That first thing in the morning, smelling that. But that's what the Indians taught the pilgrims, you know.
Yeah,
put your
bury the
seed,
fish. Then
put a fish down there underneath it.
and plant your seed on top of it.
Yeah. So I'm doing the modern version of that. But I always end up having to take a shower after I do it.
Oh, nice.
I can't get away from the snow. I'm gonna change my clothes and take a shower.
Yeah. It's a fishy situation.
Yeah. I don't know who uses it, but it's organic. And I don't know if Ginger uses it, but it's kind
I
of
used to
stinky.
use it in my garden. My mom would put it on her rose bushes.
Yeah, it's a great fertilizer.
And what's it
Because these
called?
people that grow cannabis, they get all this worm castings and bat guano and stuff I used to mess around with a little bit.
Ginger
That's
uses
really,
just worms alive, or red worms, so
Yeah.
red wigglers.
yeah, it's real expensive. But I spent a lot of money on my dirt. I bought like garden soil and then like mixed in chicken manure and cow manure, and I got these big deep things, and that should be all it needs really. But
What was the fish
uh,
one?
Fish
fish
emulsion.
emulsion, you could just look up fish fertilizer; it's the same. But fish emulsion is actually what it is, and it's just like brown paste. Well, it's more. It's a little thinner than paste, but
Yeah,
it's
nasty shit,
fish,
but it works
fish
good.
liquid, fish liquid, rotting fish liquid.
That's it.
I
Nice.
swear I put it in the bucket. I'm just like, bloop. I put like a couple of teaspoons, 2, 3 teaspoons, and I put like 3 gallons of water. And by the time I get the water in there, just 100 flies around it that came out of nowhere. There's like hardly any flies around, but as soon as you do that,
So you put that shit out there, that boy, they're right there. You bet.
yeah, they're right there. They're like diving in the water. They want to get it. Pour it on my plants. They're all over my plants, but they're just flies, so it doesn't matter. I think most of my pests are gone. The white flies are gone. It's past their time. It gets too hot here for them. Leaf hoppers come, but I haven't seen them this year. Maybe they skipped it. Sounded good, but I'm still not counting my eggs before they hatch.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. There's gardeners. Everyone has gardeners, and there was painters next door. They got a big old huge 2-story, and they were up on the roof of that. And they could see right in my backyard, on my side yard, anyways. So I didn't put them out yet. That's why
Yeah, you
those
were
ones are
saying,
really
yeah, you
small.
worry about that.
Yeah, I don't want anybody to know. The least people, except here I am talking about it on the internet. But you guys don't know where I live. Well, Bud knows.
Dude,
KY
I
probably
when
knows.
when I was staying at Pickle Brain's house, he had these rose bushes running along the outer perimeter of his house, and they were bushy as shit. I was able to hide my wheat plants, the ones that got like 5, 6 feet tall. You couldn't tell they were in there,
Yeah,
but like I said, they got everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong.
yeah.
The last 5 got mold, black mold.
Ooh.
Yeah, that really
I
fucking
don't
pissed.
think I don't think things can get mold here because we're gonna be like 100 degrees for the next 2 months with no rain
Well,
at all.
I was up in
But
an area
maybe,
that was a little
maybe.
bit moist. It was, it had morning dew and shit. It was really bad. Go out and wipe the car
Um,
off, and then I brought him in under. Tried anyway. Tried putting him inside, didn't work. It was too late by then. They got infected. Totally got destroyed.
I think the last 2 things I have to worry about is caterpillars and someone stealing them.
Some of them
That's about
stealing
it.
was the worst. Literally.
Yeah,
That's
they'll steal them. I'm planning on because I have them spread out around the house, and I'm thinking at least one's gonna get stolen because they're gonna get stinky come September.
yeah, they are. And there's no mistaking that smell. Somebody goes
No.
by, they're like, I smell that. Where is it? And then,
Yeah. And I don't have many people going by. And the front of my house, you're not going to smell it because the wind always blows from the front of my house to the back because of Delta breeze. It's just always from now on until September, it's going to blow that way. But you know who's going to smell it is golfers. That's who's going to smell it. But it's a high dollar course. I don't know if they're going to. But they probably know somebody who would come.
nah, you should be safe.
I'm thinking. I mean, my dog hears everything, but I was gonna like hang little jingle bells on him and stuff. So if anybody, well, I got security lights and some. The light will come on. They try to grab it. It's gonna be like jingle, jingle, jingle. The dog's gonna be like, "Burr, burr, 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 burr." I don't know. I'm not gonna go out and shoot someone over it. I'll run out there and yell at him, but that's about it. Try to chase him off. But I got two way on the other side of the house. I'll never hear that. But my dog will.
Oh, there you go.
I got one on this side and two on the other side. And I got really, really cool neighbors on one side. They're probably going to be like, "You growing pot?" I'm like, "Yeah, you want something? I'll give you something." And on the other side's a brand new neighbors, and they're Mormons. So I don't know how that's going to go.
They don't even drink coffee.
Yes.
Well, they claim they don't.
Yeah, they
Most Mormons don't really follow the rules. So.
Nope.
But they might complain about smell or something.
Yeah, let them complain.
I'm gonna be like, you know what? It took you fucking 2 years to build your house. I had all kinds of weird smells and dust and noise and shit for 2 fucking years.
papers.
Yeah. You can put up with my shit a little bit. Close your window. I don't know.
Yeah, but the beautiful thing is when they come over and they say, "Man, that smell's starting to get to me." What smell? The smell of.
What?
I
How do you
don't.
know what that smells like? What?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Those are my
I think,
hedges. What about them?
I think a skunk went underneath my shed, man. I don't know.
So sorry, my dog has gas. What do you want me to do? Shoot him?
Yeah.
My dog's old. He's got gas. That's right.
I could have a bunch of carcasses hanging there and going, yeah, it's skunk season.
Oh shit!
Hang a bunch of chickens. They wouldn't know the difference.
No, and then you could like have the chickens. What the hell is that? Well, it was the sacrifices. Why don't you come in? I'll show you.
They own a grocery store and they own like 5 pizza restaurants. And they're gonna build a pizza oven in their backyard, which why? You own 5 pizza restaurants. And and then they left like 2 orange trees, which made everybody work around. It took the guy a lot longer to build the fence because he couldn't bring his little tractor thing alongside the house. He had to go around, because they're 2 little fucking orange trees. They grow nasty oranges. It's like, you guys own a fucking grocery store. Just fucking take home some navel oranges, man. What are you doing? But the wife, she owns, well, she doesn't own. She wears the pants. She liked those orange trees because they look cool, and she liked where they were at. Tore the whole house down, tore the whole yard down to nothing, but left just shit in the way to make shit harder for workers. They're nasty oranges. They're like half lemon or something. I don't know what they're. I got a nice old lemon orange tree. It's a mandarin orange. They're like so good. But theirs ripened before mine, so I always go. And they're hanging over the fence, so I'm like, I was try one of these. Pucker up. You lemon orange. I don't know. You don't get to choose your neighbors, and you don't get to choose your relatives. You're just stuck with it. So, what do you do?
That's it.
My neighbor, the Mormons, they brought me over a bunch of wine, and I'm like, "Where'd you get the wine?" They're like, "Well, people gave it to us for housewarming, and we don't drink wine, so here you go." They gave me all this. I guess it was expensive wine, but man, that was nasty. I was not into $50. I'll drink box wine before I drink that crap. It's like you could just feel it rotting in your teeth as you drink it. It's so acidic and nasty.
You best not be sleeping on us, bud.
No.
We're looking up something. Chrissy Mosen.
I'm not falling asleep. I'm tired, but I'm not falling asleep yet.
Okay, not yet.
Not yet.
What's over there in chat? You guys put something in chat, in private chat.
I didn't put. Oh, that was the alligator clip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was too fucking small, and I'm like, oh, bite me.
Grab it in a minute. Oh no, we already watched it.
I'm having.
I love those videos in Thailand where the monitor lizard goes inside a 7-Eleven and starts climbing up the racks and knocking everything over, and everyone's like, ah. I guess it's a monitor lizard. I don't know. It's like 4 feet long lizard thing that everyone's scared of. It just climbs up the racks and kicks everything off the racks. I've seen some there, just going down the road in Bangkok. Walking down the road, big old 4 foot. Looks like an alligator.
Yeah, they do.
Nice.
But it's a monitor lizard. Everyone leaves it alone. It's like, oh, wow.
Well,
sometimes you'll be sitting at a bar with your buddies, and it's like all open air, and like balconies and stuff. But you're on the first floor, so you've only gone up like 3 feet, but it's like a balcony, sort of. You're sitting there with your buddies, having a beer, having a good old time, and all of a sudden, a fucking elephant trunk fucking wraps around you.
no.
You got your back to the road, all sense of elephant, because they're like, oh, and they selling peanuts and stuff to feed the elephant, And the elephant's like grabs you and fucking halfway picks you up, and because they train them to do that. I'm just like, no. I wish I could just pay to send it to a elephant sanctuary or something, where it doesn't have to go harass people.
Old elephant
But
retirement.
I can't hold it against the elephant.
No,
I get
not
mad
the
at the
elephant.
handler guys, Poor elephant. That's his job.
Yeah, that's why you don't fuck with them.
Oh, yeah. I don't fuck with anything. Especially elephant.
Do you remember
Especially
the?
something 100 times heavier than, or 10 times heavier than me. Hell no.
Do you remember the U.S. Ship that was sunk? It was the
Arizona?
the worst shark attack ever.
No, that was Indianapolis.
That was Alaska. It was the
No.
CSS.
No. It was out.
No,
That was
CSS?
out in the. That was out in the
Pacific
South
one.
China Sea, and it was the USS Indianapolis. It was a cruiser.
Devo.
I heard something about the CSS Alaska that's our worst boat
You
sinking
remember?
ever.
You remember
I don't know
Jaws?
if there was sharks involved.
You remember Jaws?
Yeah.
That old guy that was
Yeah, Richard Dreyfuss or the other guy?
the other guy, the other old guy, the old the old Salt. I was on
Yeah.
Indianapolis, and we 900 of us went in the water, and so many of us came out. He was telling the story, and it's a true story.
Okay.
It's exactly the way it happened.
They had an
Yeah.
animated version of that. To show what what happened. Or oh my god, they were left out
Yeah.
there for days, and the sharks just fed on them like they were going out of shish
Well, yeah,
kebab.
because and of course the guys all clumped together, and then they wrapped a rope around the outside, and
Yeah.
the guy says I fell asleep and I woke up and I said hi to my buddy, and
And he
he said I
bombed.
elbowed him to wake him up, and he said he just popped over. It was missing from the waist down, and he just popped over and started floating away.
Yeah. Yeah. They got other stories like from India because they like overload the little ferries and stuff
that.
and they
Yeah.
tip over. And the
Yep.
bull sharks know it. And so the bull sharks just wait. And the bull sharks smell the oil in the water and they just go there. And there's 300 people in the water and they just have at it.
Damn.
Yeah, so crocodiles don't have shit over bull sharks for sure.
Yeah, and they can get
Yeah,
upriver. A bull shark have been known to go as much as 200 miles upriver.
Yeah. I lost my best friend from high school. He went surfing down in Monterey, and a great white took him out
Okay, upstate's here.
when I was like 20. Upstate, come on up, Stoner. We got to talk about you tapping out the other night. I thought Upstate was gonna win that for sure, but it was a hard run. I would have tapped out way earlier. It's not like I'm tough about that.
Oh, this is upstate. Okay.
But Devo's like unstoppable, man. Devo's unstoppable. Devo could take on like Snoop Dogg. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I had a couple questions about like that, like 1,000 milligrams. It's like that's pretty expensive, It had to be like $60 a week,
Try
at least.
more than that.
Probably more.
than that.
It used to be a lot more. I don't know what it
Still is.
costs now.
Anywhere from 150 to 200.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what I mean.
you get 200 milligrams for $35. Well, at least that's what I was.
So times 5, yeah. 150,
On a discount.
150-ish. And then they were smoking big old fat Hindenburg joints in between.
Yeah,
That was quite the smoke fest, man. I was like, wow. I would have forgot where I was.
all I want is one or two hits. That's it.
I would have forgot what I was doing. I would have forgot everything.
Go out there on the balcony, take one or two hits, and that'd be good. The evening would be fun. Come in, just chill out.
We seen Upstate's face just kind of go blank for like 5 minutes. And all of a sudden he dropped off panel.
I couldn't. I can't play my games here. The GOG and StreamYard or Steam are both for bad here. You can't get them. It's a violation of their. So you can't log on to them.
So Steam.
What are they, games?
Steam, I mean
Games?
Steam and GOG. Yeah, I have games on there, but I can't log on to them. They won't. Their firewall won't let you.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty well screwed.
Why are you playing the game? You got a live show, man.
Yeah, but not 24/7.
Well, I'm saying right now. You could log on after, right?
Huh?
You could log on after.
No.
After you're live.
No, there's no way to log on.
Okay.
Well,
I
it
don't
says prohibited.
Prohibited website.
Yeah,
I was pretty high, and I was like coming up with trivia questions for those guys, and I was too stoned to even come up with trivia questions. And I only took like 2 hits during the whole thing.
oh,
I thought of a whole bunch of good trivia questions after that, when I sobered up. At the time, I was like, her third, I don't know, 6 times 7. What animal has the longest? What animal has the longest tail? What land animal has the longest tail? That's a question for you, bud.
an alligator,
Kangaroo.
Nope.
kangaroo. No, not a kangaroo.
Mhm.
I have no idea. Snake.
Nope. Well,
Everything.
snakes are all tail, aren't they?
I know from
I
the
don't know
neck
where you
down.
start the tail at, but
From the
Okay, what
neck
land
down.
animal has the longest tail?
the land animal with the longest tail is a giraffe. It's like 2.5 meters.
Nah, that's a tail.
Yeah, it doesn't look so big, but that's because the giraffe's fucking so big.
Yeah, because they're so tall, I guess. Makes sense.
What an acid trip that commercial for Skittles is. They're milking the giraffe. I'm like, what the fuck?
What are they milking?
They're milking the giraffe to produce the Skittles.
Oh,
Milking the giraffe.
I'm like, what is
I'd
fucking
Good
love
luck
to
with
acid?
see
that.
that.
It's an acid trip. The guy is laughing his ass off.
Their babies are born like 9 feet tall already.
Nice. Kind of like plop out.
Hopefully
I
it's
avoid.
feet first or head first. Who knows?
I mean, I don't know. I tend to avoid things that are 9 feet tall at birth. The fuck.
Yeah.
Have teeth. No, that's all right.
Good thing they're not carnivores, but they still kick your ass
Shit.
with that one head whip. They
Yeah,
knock
that's
you into the next county.
exactly. Same as camels, dude. Camels wrap their fucking necks around your ass.
I'm scared as fuck about camels.
Yeah, I like I said, dude, anything like that, a fucking moose, a camel, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
There's just no
I had
way.
a customer that had camels, and we were out there fucking with them at lunchtime a little bit. And they came up, and there's like, how they're always chewing and stuff, and they're always like frothing at the mouth and look nasty, and then just goes. It's like I'm covered head to toe in fucking nasty.
Ah,
I'm just like,
Yeah,
okay,
llamas are
fuck
bad
you.
for that too.
yeah,
Yeah,
llamas are
llamas.
really bad.
Except llamas are a lot smaller. Camels are like they cover you head to toe, man, with one little thing. And their teeth squeak. It's like, what sound does a camel make? Because their teeth, they're always chewing. You go,
Nice.
but yeah,
Next thing you
frothing at
hear,
the mouth, camel. As soon as he
right?
gives you that, as soon as he gives
Next,
you that look, get the hell out of there, man.
no, what you hear is a and then you're yeah, that's the last thing he hears. Fucking
Yeah, it was a customer that he like got all these weird animals. I don't know where he got them from, but he
look
lived
who's
out in the
here.
country.
The Chad.
The Chad, come on
If
up,
y'all
Chad.
don't know, Chad, yeah, come on up, Chad. Chad will be starting a new show soon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're gonna be doing pole dancing. Him and
Pole dancing. I've done that, but I
5
refuse to
cakes,
show you guys any videos. But I'm sure
5
they're out there somewhere.
5 cakes in a box of wine.
Yeah, I've done pole dancing a few times, mostly in Phuket. just because
You're that drunk.
that's crazy. Yeah, I'm not drunk, and it's crazy. And they got this game where I don't know what it's called, but there's like outside of every bar, there's a big old log, right? It's a big old chunk of a log, maybe 3 feet thick,
The
and they got it
Chad.
like, and they got it like, and there's all these nails in it, right? It's full of nails, and then, and then you play a game where you tap a
Go
nail
with the
in.
rest of your joke there, bud.
The moose are coming for me. No, they're not. Because I swear to God, you'd hear the moose,
Yes,
and then you would hear the
they're,
click,
they're,
click.
didn't you hear they're migrating into the States?
I don't give a shit. They can migrate all they want. Coming down here.
They started.
They're coming
They're
down to
migrating
Cali
from
and getting.
east, central, and what, and the BC moose are migrating right through Washington State, right to California.
Awesome.
And they're bringing alligators with them.
And then we can all meet at the border.
How you doing, Chad?
Good. How are you, Mao? I got to do
I'm
it.
doing
Mao,
good.
Mao, 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 Mao.
Exactly.
Thank you.
However,
I like
it's-
Ice was singing that today. That's pretty good.
yeah, they still
Bud
imitate.
started all that.
Yep. And I'm proud to say that I've got the. He needs to record me, so that's his ringtone.
Yeah, you got the original.
Oh my
Yes,
God!
Bud does
I'm
it best.
I'm so.
Yeah, I think Bud does it best.
I went out of here. They keep wrapping my feet. They're telling me another week with the right one before I can start standing on it. The other one's still a month and a half away.
Did they extend your
Oh.
stay, or I thought you were going to get 90 days?
Well, they're. I know they keep guesstimating it. I'm saying less. I mean, I know it's healing slow, but it's healing. A doctor
'Cause you've
comes
been in
in
there
with
you've been in there
2 months.
60 days, right? Yeah,
Yep.
around 60 days.
But see, they cut all the skin off at the bottom of the foot, and it's all grow fucking back. I told him you should blowtorch it and cauterize it and fuck it.
Just have them set up some
That-
hot coals for you to walk across. There you
That'd
go.
be the easy way to do it.
Yeah, they don't.
So,
fuck with the
so,
other one.
so have
Fall
you heard?
down.
Have you heard? Have you heard the new theme song for the show, Bud?
That one.
The one with Skies
One?
and I that you were talking about.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. It's the
Have
I
you-
can't remember
uh,
who they mimicked from that.
What?
Have you
Skies
guys-
and I?
No, what song that was taken from? I can't remember now.
Oh no. For the new show that we're doing,
No.
you haven't heard the
What?
theme song?
No, do you have
Well,
it?
it takes me 5 kegs to get drunk. It only takes
Oh,
her
yes.
1 wine box.
Yes. Yeah, so the show's gonna be 5 kegs and a wine box.
I think that's what we're going with, but it may have been a joke. It's hard to say it was Skies
Say
sometimes.
what exactly. She'd already had a box of wine.
No, well, actually, she had a couple wine coolers. So she wasn't in the wine that night. She was in the wine coolers, dreaming she was lounging on in her pool.
Yeah, I've been dreaming I've been lounging at home. Wake up and I can get the fuck up and do something. But I keep waking up to the same shit every day. But physical therapy is going well. My healing is going well. It's just I need to get out and get work. I'm dead. Because finding this shit at home shit is becoming really annoying. Ow, fuck. Yeah, it is. Wait a minute. NC Dabizon. Good to see you. See, this is what I like about it. We people just filter in and filter out, and I get to say hi to them. I mean, I don't mind.
Filter in,
I went to
filter
see
out. Just hit the
li-
like button on your way in or out.
yeah, I went to a
I always
live
said
show.
I always said it on the way.
When someone's live, said hi to everyone there, but then it's like now they have to come and give me my insulin. I'm at 300.
Uh-oh. That's pretty high there.
Yeah, the last couple days I haven't felt well, so my levels shot up. Is what it
Luckily, in
is.
California, it's about to be $34 a month, but it doesn't matter to you because the insurance is paying it. For people who don't have insurance,
For what?
for insulin, instead of $500 to $600 a month, it's gonna be $34 a month now.
Really? It's going down because it was more than 500, dude. I was paying 850.
Yeah, well, they're gonna
Yeah.
start making it in California and offering it to everybody at cost, no profit. And it's gonna be $34 a month.
Oh, look at that grumpy old man. Welcome in. Yeah, I hope that's true. Because when I get out of here, I'm going to need it.
Yeah, but you got Medi-Cal, so it would cover it no matter what it is, probably. But a lot of people don't, and they're losing their feet.
Probably
and stuff.
does. It probably does. I
It's gonna help a lot of people.
didn't have a chance to really figure it out before I came in the hospital. I just got approved. Good timing
Yeah.
again. That happened with my medical insurance at L3. The day after I was approved, I went in the hospital for a elongated stay. Everything was covered at Kaiser. And I wanted the best time right after they got busted.
You're like, what? No hookers included? What the hell?
No hookers.
They're just gonna tease you with Filipino nurses. You get none. You get Filipino nurses and a roll of paper towels and a flashlight. Here you go.
Flashlight, there you go. Some powder. Sounds like that joke. You have you set woman, you get a thing of powder and find the wet spot.
That's like my nightmare. That's my worst nightmare right there.
Oh man. Wish you would have came with the insulin.
I like those skinny girls. I roll them in powder and can't find them.
Keeper of the list. Welcome in, brother.
Keeper.
Hey,
I haven't seen
Keeper.
Keeper around so much lately. A little bit. But
You
I've
know,
been quiet. Too. I haven't been around much.
I see him quite a bit. He's usually on my channel moderating, or he's on Sky's moderating, one or the other. Mostly mine, but he's on. He does moderate on both of ours too. So, really good mod. Other than that, I haven't seen him around the streets too much.
there you go, Keeper.
I actually got unmodded.
No, that Bud character. I see him everywhere.
Yeah.
A Bud character, yes.
He shows up late, but he shows up.
Shit.
Well, but I misunderstood the song. Last one in, last one out.
Yeah. That's me. Last one in, last one out.
Everyone else showed up early and got drunk.
Now he
That
has
was
to
a
be nice.
Who has to be nice?
Oh, shit. Keep other list. Oh man, I can always tell him at 300 or something about shit.
KY's being awful quiet.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought you might have been asleep.
Nope.
I think he's playing Minecraft.
Evil.
No, he's got us on mute. He's watching Cobra Kai.
There it is.
I'm not watching Cobra Kai. No.
Does a new series came out? I haven't seen it yet. No, that's in
season
September.
5. It's in September. Yeah.
Can't wait for that.
Avatar
Although I
2
have
Avatar 2 comes out in December also.
what comes out?
Avatar 2.
Oh. I haven't seen Avatar 2.
You get some of that blue waffle.
Love and Thunder, or Thor: Love and Thunder just came out.
Yes.
It's actually pretty good.
My friend will hack it. I'll get it.
I watched it on a streaming service a couple nights ago.
Oh,
it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. I was the sound. I won't spoil too much for you. The Guardians of the Galaxy are only in the first 30 minutes of the movie. But other than that, the movie's really, really good. Funny with them, of course.
You don't like Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh, I love the Guardians of the Galaxy.
I was gonna say, because the last you see of Thor, he's going with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Well, they pick up. The movie starts out pretty much right at the beginning where the other one left off. So basically, he's out with the Guardians of the Galaxy, soaring through space, and then his story, and then they go their separate ways to deal with the same bad guy, but they don't meet back up. I kind of thought they would have, but then the soundtrack is amazing. I gotta say, they
Wait,
did.
is Graham in? Oh, Grumpy Old Men is Graham.
I don't know.
Is that Graham?
Did you put alligators? That's how I know it's Graham. Because he can't not put alligators up. I know it's him.
Yeah, that's him.
Well, trust me, I'd be putting up a moose emoji if they had one.
Shit.
I actually just went and looked for one. They don't have one. I'm like, damn it. It sucks.
All I know is they're still gonna. I can't believe they can't go in and get my poster boards and shit from Activity. I don't know why they lock it
Oh,
up.
come on. One day won't hurt. You don't even have your razor blade yet.
True.
And your Sharpies.
True. Oh, yeah, sure. Well.
They're too sharp. Sharpies are too sharp for you, bud.
Yeah, and when I'm done,
they're gonna give you dollies. They're gonna give you crayons, dollies.
Now I'm gonna have to find. Well, I can get some small containers from the cafeteria, the ones they use for the cereal, little foam ones, and then put something in there and see if it works. We never did get saran wrap though.
Nope, we didn't get saran wrap.
What do you need saran wrap for?
To make it more of a greenhouse
more
effect.
efficient, make it more efficient.
Oh, okay.
But where I am, the sun hits pretty damn hard, so I'm hoping.
Saran wrap's cheap.
Just check it out.
At Costco. You could buy a roll of saran wrap that'll last you like 5 years.
Yeah.
You can always get, and besides, you can always get Mighty to sneak one into you through the back door.
Man, I'm telling you, it's gonna be fun. I go out there and I'll do that shit. Oh God. Yeah, but I found a new person that makes survival outdoor stuff, and he's got
Oh yeah.
a shower you can make out of PCP piping and shit. It's
Oh
kind of
yeah,
cool. Not
you
that
can
I
make
would.
anything in a PVC.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They get a shower. He's got a water thing that he makes that will generate water, nonstop water. I'm not sure how it works yet. I haven't really gone through it.
I wouldn't
But he,
believe anything can generate water, but
well, I'm sure it has to do with the morning dew, and
yeah,
it collects its amount.
there's those big old things they put up in the desert that are big giant screens that are like 100 feet by 150 feet, and they get about 3 gallons a day off that per screen, but
I
not
don't
enough for
know.
a shower.
No, that's not for the shower. That's for drinking water. He's got survival stuff. Like I said, a water maker. But
Yeah,
my favorite one is the stove he has, which gets up an amazing amount of temperature. But those are all bigger items. I'm looking for small items.
yeah.
They're easy to make. Give me a project
The
to do.
people you're helping are in the city, so there's water. You know, every
Yeah,
7-Eleven has a little spigot on the outside, and they can just go get 5 gallons of water, and they're
which
good
they
for a
can
while.
use for the shower. Yeah,
Hmm.
but we're not gonna supply no shower, dude. Cops pull up, they'll just destroy it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have no faith
Yeah,
in humanity anymore.
yeah. If you're homeless, you get a gym membership at 24-hour Nautilus. It's 12 bucks a month, and you got showers. You could probably even get away with sleeping in there somehow if you tried, but you get to work out and you get a shower for like
Yeah, I'd be
less
curious
than
to see
50
it.
cents a day, kind of a thing, you know.
Yeah, but getting the membership, you have to have an address, don't you? You have to fill out an application.
Yeah, you could lie. You might have to have ID,
Yep.
which might be rough for a lot of people.
Yeah, for homeless it would be.
Well, yeah, a certain percent, probably half, don't have an ID.
Yeah, and depending on how they
Or they
look.
got a DUI or something and got their ID taken and never bothered to do the classes and get their ID back and go to DMV and all that shit.
They won't ready 2023 grumpier old man. I just looked it up. They have it. It's in beta testing in some sites, but not YouTube.
What are you looking at? I can't see chat.
Oh, moose emoji. It won't be
Oh, the moose
available on all
emoji.
platforms
Okay.
until it won't be available on all platforms until 2023.
Hmm.
There you go, bud. So you won't see a moose. You won't see a moose on YouTube on YouTube streets until 2023. Then look out. The mooses are coming for you.
Mooses.
That's what I thought, Graham. I don't. They would the way they dress, the way they look. They wouldn't let them in. I mean,
Okay,
if
but
the,
here, I got another question for you. What animal, land animal, I guess. Well, animal, but not insect or anything. But what animal kills the most humans every year?
oh shit, I'd seen that.
Probably a lion.
No, hippopotamus. They just
Yeah,
had it on hippopotamus.
Yeah, hippos kill more people every year than anything else.
which is what I love about the fact that ginger love.
Actually, mosquitoes do, but they can't. But we weren't talking about bugs. And probably ticks and bugs kill more people. But actually killing people, yeah, hippos. It's like, yeah,
hippos
let's
are the
go
most
swimming.
dangerous.
Let's good. Let's go swimming. The hippo comes up and goes, conk. You're done. One bite, you're done.
The hippos are the most dangerous animal in Africa.
Yeah. And it's not that it's not that they have the most capability to kill you. It's just they do it. You know, because a lion could kill you faster.
Yeah, but people are
Lion.
stupid. They like to go
Yeah.
do selfies
But you
with
don't
fucking
even see a
hippos.
hippo. You're just like, let's go swimming
Yeah,
in this
let's go
mud
over
hole.
there and get a picture with this motherfucker. He's so
Let's go
cute.
swimming.
So in other words, the house hippos are more dangerous than they let on, eh?
A
Oh, yeah.
lot more dangerous.
And moose are right up there too. They're like number 4 or something, 3 or 4. They're way up there.
Again, dumbasses.
Moose.
They almost deserve what they get.
I wouldn't
Alligator
go near a
don't
moose.
kill.
I wouldn't go near a moose unless it was. There's only 2 moose I'll go near, and that's the moose that's in here in Canada, the fake moose here in Canada, and Bud's moose when he builds it.
There you go.
And a
least-
strawberry and a chocolate mousse. Because then I can eat the chocolate mousse.
Yeah, a chocolate moose. I guess I'll go near that.
Well, KY, what you doing, brother? Starting to
Playing
feel-
Minecraft. He's mining.
That'd be cool. Well, I don't feel good, so I'm gonna probably end it here
Oh, okay.
All
and
right,
go to
Nice.
sleep.
no worries.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna go to bed. And I didn't bring the
No worries,
insulin,
bud.
and I feel like shit.
Does that
No.
crazy lady been in your room
No.
again?
They got rid of her. They transferred her out of here. We had somebody come and use the restroom again today, and I told him, "No, you're not. This will be the last time you do that shit." He says, "Well, the nurse said." I said, "I don't give a fuck what the nurse told you. The nurse could
My
tell you
room
to
is
go."
not, my room is not hers.
Yeah, this is bullshit. He says, "Why? What's the problem?" I said, "I don't know what the
They're like, but
problem
it's
is."
number 2, and I don't want to stink up my room.
Yeah, but dude, I don't give a flying fuck. I don't know what the fuck it is you have or what you don't have, and you don't just walk into somebody's room, cross contaminate this room. Fuck you and your virus and whatever it is you're in here for. Get the fuck out of here. And I haven't got those wipe shit, so I fuck that. I'll tell
Yeah,
you.
there's so much nasty shit floating around in the air in that place.
Yeah, and then he wants
I
to
would
come in
never-
and take a 4-alarm dump. No, I don't think so. You know, I fucking dude. Me and my roommate don't need you coming in here. Go somewhere else. He got all offended. I'm like, I could give a fuck if you're offended. I just don't care. you know, it's
Couldn't
sweet.
give a fuck. Couldn't give a fuck.
Nope, don't give a flying fuck.
Couldn't care less.
Yep.
You gotta remember the NTO man.
Dude, because once you die, I don't feel good as it is. And it's like I got to keep track of why the fuck I don't feel good, you know, because one day I'm okay, the next I don't feel like shit, and I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's causing it. And then I get idiots coming up delivering food to me, like today. The guy comes in, he brings food and he sits down and grabs the urinal thing and walks away, and I'm like, oh, hell, fuck no. Hell no, dude. Hell the fuck no. You pick up my urinal without gloves on? What the fuck is your problem? No, I told him take the food back. Take the fucking food, because I don't know where the fuck you been touching, dude. You kiss my ass.
Yeah, he did that in the last 5 rooms.
Yeah, the guy has Ebola and you bring it in. Nah, fuck that. So then they
Monkey
overcompensate.
virus.
They bring me another meal. They bring me a
Monkeypox.
second one. My roommate's wife got me another one, and then they brought me a third one. I was like, what the fuck? I can't eat another one, dude. I'll vomit all over the floor. Jesus. But no, I
They
wasn't
must.
about to.
They must have thought. They must have thought you needed some fattening up, bud.
Whatever. You ain't bringing that shit in, dude. You ain't sticking your stupid fucking.
You should have
gnarly
some.
ass-
You should have some little lab bags and like take a sample of everything they bring you. And put a little piece in a lab bag and be like, "Yeah, I'm sending this in. See what's on it."
Dude,
Might make
all
them
it
think.
is just common fucking sense. You don't pick up somebody's journal with no gloves on. Are you on crack? Jesus
But he had,
Christ.
but he had gloves on. He's all
No,
safe.
he did. He didn't have gloves. He had nothing on. I was like,
They probably spilled
damn.
it all over it and stuff on the way.
Nah,
You're
I'm
like,
just
damn,
like,
you filled that thing up.
whatever, dude. He said, well, I washed my hands. Good, well, good for you. God damn, I'll remember that next time I'm peeing. I'll just pee all over your hands and then you can go wash them.
Yeah, that's the sanitizer.
Grumpy, grumpy old man says one of them was the urinal meal.
The urinal meal.
You know, barf. Serious. It's probably one of my stomach's upset. I mean, how many
You get
people?
extra
did he
ammonia.
end- How many people did he end up feeding or touching? Oh, Jesus Christ! Fucking smorgasbord of fucking urine.
Yeah,
And
poor people can't touch that stuff. They just can't
Jesus.
ever.
You know, it's the same way when you go into restaurants, man. People are fucking. I watched the guy go into the bathroom with the smock on. I almost beat him senseless. You have the balls to come out here then and try to make my food? The fuck out of Dodge, dude. Touch my fucking food. You get the you nasty motherfucker. He's like, what? I clean my hands. Yeah, you clean your hands, and when you're taking that shit of yours, where does that fucking smock end up? On the fucking floor, the urinal floor. Then you come out and you wipe your hands on it when you're doing shit. That's why it's all dirty up front, you fucking piece of shit pig. Then you turn around and grab my food, man. Fuck you. Fucking, and yet you dumbasses are wearing masks.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
you know, in Thailand bars, they got like they clean their bathrooms and stuff. When you use the bathroom and then you come out and you wash your hands, they got a clean sink and they got fresh soap. But to dry your hands, they got an old nasty towel.
Oh,
That's like they
You
got an
know,
old nasty towel that
you know-
everybody has to wipe their hands on.
you know
I'm
how
like,
you're
no,
supposed
no.
to do it, man. You're supposed to
sir.
run your hands under warm water for 30 seconds while you scrub with the scrub brush and soap. When you're done, you put the pair of gloves over your hands. You don't wipe your crotch, scratch your butt.
And not your old gloves that you just
No, new ones,
carry
yeah,
down the urinal.
yeah. Doesn't matter if they're wet on the
brand
inside.
new gloves.
Dumbass. Then you
Yeah.
come out like a surgeon. You don't come out scratching your balls and everything else. God, I can't handle it, dude. Ever since I got certified as an inspector and a trainer, I was like, it just, no.
Yeah.
Like the ones that tuck the rags in their pants. I want to fuck you. I want to strangle you with that. Or my favorite moron, the Monkey of the Year award. I'm cleaning the top of Subway. He's cleaning the top of the glass. He's spraying the top of the glass. Oh, that's nice, dude. That way all the chemical can float down into the food. You're a fucking rocket science. God almighty shit. You just brainiac motherfucker.
That's why they created lids to go over top of the food that lasts. That's what
Yeah,
I'd be
they
saying.
don't. Yeah, but that's in the middle of the day. He's trying to keep the place clean by reusing the same, Petri dish rag. You're supposed. Oh my god, I'm not even gonna get into this. It's so fucking goddamn stupid. There's supposed to be
Oh, I
two
know.
buckets, a red and a green one. Okay. The red one is disinfected. The green one sterilizes. You leave the goddamn rag in the fucking bucket so it soaks. Then you squeeze it out and dump it in. Squeeze it out and then use it every fucking time. That way, there's no way it could get cross contamination or whatever.
I've had waitresses be like, "Oh, we'll get your table ready," and they like wipe the floor first because there was a little kid there that dropped a bunch of peas or whatever. And then they like wipe your table with it after they wipe the floor. It's like,
Oh my
fuck, what?
god. Or they use the same
Hell
mop
no.
they use in the bathroom to mop the floor out. No, oh my God. You're such a dumbass. I said that your mops aren't. I asked the guy from Subway, your or Domino's. Your fucking mop is not listed red or green. I bet you don't hang that bitch up, do you? You leave it sit on the ground, don't you, Tonto? Fucking idiot. He just no. I won't eat there. My friend won't take me in anymore. He refuses to take me the fuck in. He's like, man, I don't want to hear it because I won't. I'll fucking rip my new one.
In where?
In the restaurants, fast food
Being
restaurants,
arrested.
McDonald's. I won't go inside. I will not do it because I can go in any side of any of these fucking restaurants and I can rip them a new one. Rarely do any of them have any concept whatsoever of cross contamination, sterile procedures, or anything. And see if they piss me off enough. Since I'm licensed, I can simply pick up the phone and call. And then expect them to go, yeah, that's right. I'm licensed, so fuck you. I'll have those motherfuckers down here so quick. You're touching the floor with your dick. Just stupid shit. Like, you know.
Grumpy, have you been paying attention to you haven't been paying attention to the chats, have you?
Oh,
Grumpy
God.
old man says, I scratched my nuts and I asked and then cooked Bud Grower's food.
Well, you know, it's funny.
I'm the cook at the hospital. Don't tell Bud Grower. Oops, sorry, I just told him.
Funny as shit.
I've
But
I've
for the
actually
longest-
seen waiters use their towel out of their back pocket to like snap at flies like a whip. They go, psh,
Oh
there's a
my
fly
God.
out the window,
Oh my God.
and then they're wiping the table with it. I'm just like,
Oh my
no,
God,
no,
that
no,
is
no,
just so
no,
much.
no, no.
That is just too much. And then LT got mad at me.
I laughed. I laughed at what my brother did to one of the waitresses he used to work with in a bar. He caught her doing the wrong things with cleaning cloths. So he invited her over to his house for dinner one night. He wiped the floor with the cloth and then wiped the table. And then proceeded to serve her food without washing his hands and hand her the plate. She said, I'm not touching
Yeah,
it.
I would go in the bathroom and wipe out the toilet and then come back out and tell him, yeah, I cleaned your toilet for you right before I do your table. Stupid motherfucker.
Well, anyway, he puts the plate of food in front of her and she says, I'm not eating that. He goes, you expect our customers to eat when you do it.
You know, you can do whatever you want at your home, dude. It's bad enough. But I mean, it's like you see towels hanging up in people's houses. Fair enough. Fair enough, dude. You know what? But when you're in a restaurant, man, you have the children and immune compromised elderly people.
Yeah.
Like I told the owner, I said, he's all like, I said, well, we can't open up the store yet. Oh, we're opening it up tomorrow. No, dude, we're not. We need to do this. Well, I'll just come in and open myself. I got them closed. You're not doing shit. I'm not.
Yeah, you know what you do at home is only going to get a couple people sick if you really fuck
in California.
up.
In California,
But you do it at a restaurant, you're getting 60 people sick, you know?
The managers are just as responsible as the owner. So if the owner allows that shit to go down and a manager allows that shit to go down, I would have gone to jail too if someone would have been killed. Flat out. They don't differentiate between the two, which is a good thing. Because managers need to say, hey, dude.
You're just like a short Gordon Ramsay, aren't you?
Yes. Dude, okay, we had this.
Oh, yeah.
We had this guy, he was cleaning.
Me too.
I sent it back to clean. Now, there's 4 sinks. One is a blood sink. Now, it doesn't matter if you clean the blood sink out at all with hot water and maybe a little bit of bleach. You don't store knives or anything else in a blood sink. Are you... So I said, this is it, brother. I threw all the stuff back in to be rewashed. And the fool does it again, so I fired him. So, I mean, I literally fired his ass. I said, fuck you, you're out of here. He tried to sue, and my owner was going ape shit. And then his lawyer called up and got me on the phone, and I said, okay, here's the way this is going to work. We have a film of him putting knives in a blood fucking sink. So you go right ahead and take me to court, shithead. You go right ahead and see what happens to your buddy here. Because, see what the state does to him. Of course, we never heard from him again. Yeah. After being warned, you're going to stick knives in a blood sink. You're out of your fucking mind. Just, I can't stand people do the shortcut. You don't wipe things dry in a restaurant either. There is no such thing unless you use paper towels. And each one has to be constantly changed. That's the only way, and that's not even recommended. Everything has to air dry, period. Just unbelievable. He's got this cloth going, well, we gotta wipe these down so we can reuse them fast. Excuse me? Exactly.
Like, yeah, we're out of cups. We're out of forks.
Too bad. Then do your job a little faster. Put a fan up. Get your head out of your ass. Then I mean, it's just disgusting. It's like the grease trap. Motherfuckers didn't clean Stevie. They didn't clean the grease trap out for 2 years. Are you serious?
Yeah. I've worked
I got
way back
photos,
in the
dude.
day. I worked for places like that.
That's why
And
you
they were
don't
like,
do
they were like national chains, and they still didn't follow
Oh.
the rules. And then it's
No,
like, oh, the district manager's coming tomorrow, so we already know that. So let's clean up all this stuff.
well,
It's
they
like, why
couldn't
didn't
do
we
anything.
clean it up all the time?
Threatened to do a lot of things.
Why
to
didn't
me,
we
but
change our oil all the time? Why didn't we do
I
all
had-
this stuff all the time?
I had photos. I took documented photos and film of everything. Matter of fact, I'll bring it in and show you. You'd be absolutely amazed at what these idiots allowed to go on in that restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, this ain't going down. He got mad when we spent $3,000 cleaning out his pizza oven. Too bad, dude. There was an inch and a half thick of shit. You're out of your mind. Tinfoil was in there and everything. I'm like, what the hell is this? Tinfoil. You got pieces of tinfoil in the pizza oven. You're on crack. Jesus. Boy, that was a learning experience though. Had to get it was a lot of cleaning. I learned how to do all that
Yeah.
shit.
And the moral to that story is don't eat at restaurants.
Yes. That is the
That's what
moral
I've
of the
learned.
story. That is exactly what
I
that
won't
means.
eat at restaurants. I've worked at several, and I'm not going to eat at
Long
restaurants.
Beach, good to see you, brother.
Oh,
I will if I'm super
only
hungry and there's nothing else.
only restaurants
You
I'll
know,
eat
but
at is if I personally know the owner and all and who all of his employees are.
yeah, there's only
And that-
one restaurant.
And in this town, in my hometown, that narrows me down to one restaurant because I know that I will eat at because I know the owner is the cook, manager, bottle washer, and all that, and he is one of these guys that he has paper towel that he has
Everyone
hanging
Everyone say hi to Long Beach.
right by his kitchen. Hey, Long Beach.
Long
He has
Beach,
paper
what's up?
towel, or on the inside of his kitchen, like when you walk in the back part off where his kitchen is. He's got a roll of paper towel, and I was actually there one day. He was training somebody he hired in to work with him, and he says, "Well, when you're done in the bathroom, he says you don't touch anything in the bathroom after you wash your hands. You will dry your hands with that roll of paper towel, right there by the door, and you drop it in the garbage can on your way over to the counter."
Yeah, and you don't
You
want
don't
your
touch anything.
dumb motherfucker.
Yeah. There's only one restaurant I trust because it's a Thai restaurant, and I know the owner. I've known her since she opened it, and she's like impeccable. This place is spotless.
That's
And
the
she's
same
on.
with this
and she's
restaurant.
on everybody.
Yeah.
She's on
That's the
everybody
same
all the time.
It's the same with this
KY
restaurant.
won't be able to take you to Lefties. They
Except
went
it's
out
not
of
a Thai.
business.
Except it's not a Thai restaurant. It's actually It's actually a smoked barbecue place.
Mhm.
Lefties
But
went
like
under.
other places, oh, you want to go to Ono Hawaiian Barbecue? Fuck no. You want to go to Wiener Schnitzel? Fuck no. You want to go to somewhere? No.
I think KY fell asleep.
It's possible.
He wakes up if you say his name, but you gotta say it twice.
You gotta say it 3 times though. KY. Nope.
KY, KY, KY.
There it is. He's fixing that wood. Sawing right through it. Yeah, they closed lefties. I damn near cried. They closed fucking lefties. I can't believe that shit. While I'm in the hospital, the little bastards went out of business. They had 3 locations. I hope they didn't close them all.
Yeah,
But I went to order one and it was $40-something to Uber the shit
Yeah.
sandwich. I'm like, what?
yeah. I think the independent stores where there's the owner that's there all the time, opens up and closes up and is on top of stuff. They do a lot better because they know if there's one case of anything, they can get out. They'll be out of business.
Yeah.
They don't have
Yeah.
a bunch of lawyers to hide stuff,
Exactly.
and then they don't have all that. It's just them. They're not going to get anybody sick.
That's
They're
like
going to
my
serve
buddy-
good
that's like my
food
buddy's
at
restaurant
a
that
good,
I'm talking about.
decent price.
He's he's the only one that really that works there other than his brother and the one employee he has working for him. And it's the only franchise. I mean, he's looking at opening up another franchise in New Brunswick, but and his brother is going to go run it. But I mean, still, regardless, they both know that they're the ones that own the franchise. They're the
Oh,
ones that
look
are going to
at
be in
Yeah.
there.
And they're the ones that'll take the fall.
Ginger.
Something
How you
happens.
doing,
you know.
Ginger.
Hello.
Ginger Snap. Hey, girl.
Hi. How's everybody?
Good.
Well, KY's sleeping.
I know. I
KY
could
sawing
hear.
some wood.
Hi, Belle. Hi, grumpy old man. Long Beach audit, everyone.
You know who Grumpy Old Man is, right?
No.
Maybe if Ginger. Hey, bud. Maybe if Ginger says his name 3 times, he might wake up.
Yeah,
You
no,
will.
it's S. Graham, by the way.
KY, wake
Two more
up,
times.
hurry. Wake
One more
up.
time.
Come on,
KY.
KY, wake up. Come on, let's go. No.
You left noodles on the stove, KY. Wake up and
I
turn the
muted
stove off
him.
before you burn your house down. You muted him.
Well,
You
you know
muted him.
what, dude?
He can still hear us.
Yeah,
Here we go.
honestly, guys, KY needs to get on a sleeping schedule because of his health. Dr.
Yeah,
Flat made
I
it
do.
clear.
I do.
There he is. I knew you'd be terrified when you heard her voice.
Hey,
Just
KY.
kidding.
Hey, Ginger.
They
Hello.
closed
Oh, hey,
down.
Ginger. My cannabis is doing really, really, really good.
That's good. And I've noticed that none of you have been to my video that I
Nope,
put
not
up,
yet.
even the ones
I-
before that.
I
No.
was.
think
I hit
you-
a, I hit
I
I
think you
hit
do
the
them in
like.
the middle of the night or something.
And they're just short videos of the vegetable garden. I don't know why you guys don't come and hit the like and just say hi in the comments.
I hit. I did. I apologize, Ginger. I did not leave a comment, but I did come and watch, and I did hit the like buttons.
Okay, I hope so, you guys. I really need help.
I will. I just hadn't even been on the internet until 2 minutes or 3 minutes. About 3 minutes before the
Show started.
show started. I wasn't on the internet at all, Ginger. So
Oh,
boy, hey.
shit. My pills have arrived.
No, but I thought, Belle, you're the first one there. Belle's right on it.
Bells all over everything, dude.
But I thought for sure you would have because you were excited and you encouraged
I
me.
was, and I had your fucking deal, and I fell asleep again. And if I get any more fucking.
Ginger, he said, my therapist come. I'll call you right when therapy's done. It's like 5 hours later. Ring, 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 ring.
Coffee one today. Yeah, I had a coffee today.
I feel like shit.
Because we know therapy only takes an hour. But then the nap after.
Oh,
I
the
was
nap.
just-
You're right. I pass out after that shit.
I was
Yeah.
just going to
You
take some
probably passed
RSO.
during it.
I was just going to take some RSO, and I seen you guys on.
My
I
guess.
thought, shit, I better come here first.
Oh, hell no.
Or
I
pass
ate a
out.
lot today. You know, first I asked for one.
You better come here first.
I got one in the fridge because
Bud was ready to go to sleep, and then I got him on a rant about restaurants.
I
I'm
know.
just
I
trying to
didn't
keep him
even.
awake.
I didn't even get a message about backstage or live or nothing.
It's okay.
what am I at?
425.
What?
That's my RSO
Uh,
right there.
Oh my god.
How much,
Uh-oh.
right?
You hear that? I'm at 425.
Well,
This
you
is
put
why
it in your mouth.
That's what she said. Look, that spot out feel good.
Oh, I don't got. I always do that. I don't take the cap off. No wonder nothing's coming out. Okay.
No wonder you're not getting high.
This
You
much
took the cap
here, this little bit right here. You see the little
Yeah.
tiny
Good
bit?
tapping. We got the shake.
That's ginger.
That little bit right there will do a lot of good. That's all you need.
Love it,
Ginger, is
bud.
that your leg going?
No.
Are you serious? I don't even want to know what that noise is then.
Got woodpeckers in the bedroom. I don't know.
My chair squeaks a bit. That might be what you're hearing. I don't know.
Oh, please, that ain't that. That would be whacking off, if anything.
Yeah. Got someone with a really fast hand.
Wasn't me.
He's like, tick. I can't move my
Oh,
hand that
shit.
fast.
If I pass out, I won't be able to take out the garbage.
Uh-oh. Take out the garbage first.
Better not
Can you
pass out.
throw it? Can you throw it out the window?
If I do
And
it
then
now, the
Then
animals
eat
will
that
get it.
molasses.
If I do
Throw
it
it
now,
out the window.
the animals can't do it.
Open up your window and heave it out the window.
My window's not big enough.
Get smaller bags.
Get some more.
Well, I want bigger bags.
Oh.
Dude, I was on the second floor in Pickle Brain's house. I had to take my trash out, and I'm like, he was giving me shit one day, so I'm like, fuck it, and winged it right off the balcony.
Oh my God. You want to hear a funny story? I haven't told many people this story.
Go for it.
Oh, okay.
Go for it, Ginger.
When I was looking after my grandfather, I did everything for him. He had a hard time walking and that. So we were all downstairs, me and my cousin, smoking pot. And he said, "Here, Ginger, here's a garbage bag. Go get my clothes out of the dryer. Can you bring them up for me?" Because he couldn't do the stairs. Well, it was garbage night that night. So I went and I got the clothes, and I was so high. I went upstairs and I went outside and put it out in the garbage. And he came out the front door. "What the fuck are you doing, you little bastard? Bring my clothes back in." It was so funny.
Shit. At
So
that
what'd you do?
point-
Grab the chicken carcasses and say, "Here's your clothes."
He was
Exactly.
so angry. "What the fuck you doing, you little bastard?" Yeah.
And he's like, "No more weed for you."
No more wheat for you. Jesus, dude.
That was
I
funny.
knew I felt like shit.
So what did
If
you
you're
eat
for
today?
something, you got to get that insulin going.
What did you eat today?
Hold on. Fish sandwich with tartar sauce.
You have one already?
Well, that's not too bad. See,
If
that
you're
wouldn't
already
be
for
great.
something, you need insulin now.
He must have been high before that sandwich, because I could eat that and it wouldn't affect my sugar too much at all. So it had to be something else. Did they give you juice or something?
It depends
Gotta
how
be-
much bread's around the fish sandwich.
No. Yeah, but on the sandwich, it's not that much bread. It's not enough to do that. He must have been high before. I don't know why you're doing that to him, because it's gonna stop him from healing. That hospital should,
Yeah, it's gonna stop the blood flow from your legs and
like, I
your
mean,
feet.
the hospital. You could sue them if they cause any damage to give me sugar all the fucking time. They should know better.
Well, they're supposed to monitor his levels and take care of
Yeah.
it.
Well, I was just gonna say that, but I know they do come check them. I just don't know how often. I check mine every time before I eat. That way I know, can I have pancakes with syrup or do I have to have eggs? You know what I mean? One's got some carbs, the other one has no carbs. And I just ordered protein shakes today for diabetics. So if I'm hungry and my sugar is low, I just drink one of them.
Oh, I watched your video about your onion soup, but I'm kind of an onion soup snob because yeah,
I've never
and I
had
hit
it
the like
before.
button.
Thank you. I never
Yeah,
had it before. It was really tasty.
yeah. I
I,
mean the onions
I
were wrong and the cheese was wrong, and the croutons were wrong, but
well, what do
I
you
mean
want when you don't have,
it
you
looked
can't go
pretty
buy
tasty.
ingredients. I'm not rich. I
I don't
can't go
know.
buy.
Onions. I don't know. You gotta caramelize the onions. That takes
I
like
know, but
45
I didn't
minutes.
want to. I know. I watched them how they make it. That way I knew how
Yeah.
to construct it. But
And then like they make it out of Gruyere cheese, which I normally use like
yeah,
Swiss or
but I
something
don't
else.
have that in the house. That's all I had was what I had.
Right.
I
Uh-huh.
have to make do with what I have.
It looked pretty good. I would have ate it. I would
Maybe
have
it
had a nice
wouldn't.
dinner.
Maybe it wouldn't taste like the regular French onion, but it still tastes good. It was a change. It was
Yeah.
different than the regular soup, and
Yeah.
I fixed the error that I made in that video. When I put the soup in the bowl, it just finished boiling. So when I put it in the oven, everything was boiling and it couldn't toast the top. So yesterday,
Right.
I just
Because you
warmed
couldn't put
it.
it on broil
Yeah.
because normally French onion soup you just broil it for like 4 minutes or three
Yeah, but I
minutes.
can't in that one.
Just
So,
brown it, just melt the cheese on top,
yeah.
which is already a hot soup, so it's already melting.
So what I did was I put it in the bowl just warm, and I put it in the oven. So that way the soup heated up in the oven, and that way it gave the cheese a chance not to get overheated, and it browned, and it turned out perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, trial and error, I say.
Yeah, I think I would have. I think I would have tried to broil it, even though that little thing
I
you had
did.
said
I
don't
did
broil.
I did for 3 minutes. I did for
Yeah,
3 minutes.
because
I can't lie.
it just takes a little bit. It's just like the ceramic's not gonna heat up that much.
But I had
It's
it in
white.
the
It
oven,
reflects.
so it was far away from the broiler. But if I put it in the little toaster oven on the broiler, that might break it because that'll be really close to the top of the bowl. I wish I could cook,
Yeah,
but can I cook
but you
for
already
you?
had your soup. Your soup was already really hot, so the bowl was already
Yeah.
hot. So I don't think the broiler would have hurt it.
Can
So
you
the
what?
But I would have tried it, even though they said don't do it.
the second time it worked better than the first time. I said I wish I could look after you and feed you, bud, because I'd have your sugar under control and you'd be good.
My sugar normally is under control. I just been sick the last 2 days. That's why I really had to ship it when this guy came in. I was like, excuse me? Get the fuck out of my bathroom, dude. You don't need to use the bath. I don't use it right now, but
Oh man, I got ours all over my lips. I can't get it off.
You should show
Yeah.
us.
got
No,
Look like
ass
an
all over.
octopus. Oh,
What was
I'm
it?
trying
You have
to
ass all
tar
over
all
your
over your face.
and trying to lick it off.
Oh, nice.
It's hard. It's really thick like tar.
What does the RSO stand for? I don't even know.
Rick Simpson oil. It's an oil.
Oh.
Some gentleman, he had cancer, and he made this for cancer, and it cures cancer. You put it on topically or take it eternally.
Actually, he did. Yes, he's actually from Macan, Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Just not that far from me, and
And
he actually
he didn't go to the doctor and get chemo and radiation
no,
and all that.
no,
Nope.
he cured himself with marijuana oil.
With Rick
Okay.
Simpson oil.
Yeah, well, yeah, the oil. Yeah, well, it's his oil. It's the way he made it, and
Yeah.
it's
Rick Simpson oil is different than THC oil, so remember that.
he has a special way that he makes that you make the oil, and
Some
you follow the
somebody's
directions exactly.
like chopping lines of cocaine or something.
Not me.
I love how Stevie automatically comes up with the cocaine aspect of it.
I don't know. I'm trying to think what that noise is. It could be a shaky knee.
But you
It
know,
could be
cancer
someone
runs
chopping
in my
coke.
family. Cancer runs in my family too. So that's another reason why I prefer it as well.
Hmm.
Helps
what?
me sleep.
Well,
It
the
helps
Rick
me-
Simpson oil.
Yeah, and
You
it
know what?
helps
You know what runs in my family is old age, and I'm more scared of old age than I am of cancer. My grandma was 100. My dad's well on his way there.
Well, the main
I'm more
reason I
One
I'm
of
more
the
scared of old age than I am of something taking me
one
out
of the
before.
Mine is just the
one of the
opposite.
one of the
the main
interesting things with
reason
the
I take it is for pain and for sleep.
one of the other things though that you with the Rick Simpson oil, if you have skin cancer, you can rub it right on the skin cancer,
Yep.
and it will actually get rid of it as
Yes,
well.
it will. Yep.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
people make it.
And you want to know the most interesting thing, because of the fact that marijuana was illegal at the time he was doing it, he basically had to leave the country.
Yeah.
So when you buy it, does it already come in that syringe?
You can buy it in a syringe or capsules. There's the only two ways.
What's that tapping noise?
That's Ginger.
How? How can it be me?
I don't know, but it always is you.
We never have that sound unless you're on the stage with us.
It's all right.
Because I got shaky knees. If I sit down, a lot of times I'll tap my knee, but it
Nobody's
doesn't
gonna
make that
pick
sound.
on me because I'm the woman in the group.
Oh, there it is. That's why we blame her. She's a woman.
Yeah, because I'm the woman. They don't believe
There
me
it
half
is.
the time, and all
Oh,
kinds
look
of
at
crap.
this shit. What do you want
Because
to
that's the sound that's the sound that vaginas make when
Oh
you
my
ignore
God, here we go.
Hey,
Now we've reached
Stevie,
That's an industrial vibrator.
don't
They go
start. Don't start.
It's like cicadas that come out every 7 years. You know, they make that sound.
Oh my God, you're right. They do.
Cicadas? Yeah.
You know, I
I'm
was really
joking,
happy.
Ginger. I'm joking.
I know, honey. You know who commented on my French onion soup was Lulu. It was so nice. She goes, "I didn't know you rolled this way" or something like that, and I laughed. I can't believe.
She said, "I don't know. That's how you rolled."
Yeah, she didn't know I made cooking videos. I guess I don't know, but it wasn't really a cooking video. I went to make the soup, and I thought, well, I might as well just videotape it and put it out.
That was a
That way,
cooking video. If I ever seen one.
if someone wants to make a cheap soup, there you go.
It looked pretty good. It made me hungry. It made me go get some food.
I was surprised. I was really
Bill
surprised in
makes
how
some
good it
tasty
tasted.
fucking videos. He does this to tease Bud.
Who?
Sends Bud. Bill. Bill makes videos. You knew that, right?
Of course.
Hey, Chad, you don't look like your picture.
No.
Uh-uh.
Look like you ran over by a moose.
He's gonna have a mushroom. If you don't shave, you're gonna have a mushroom.
Here we go with the fucking mushroom.
It looks like you lost. Looks like you lost 100 pounds, maybe.
I have actually lost some weight. Yes. Yeah.
And
I have
a few
actually
years
lost
went
some
by,
weight now.
maybe.
Yeah. I was
I'm
probably when that picture was taken, that I'm using on the avatar. I was probably almost 280 at the time.
What are you now?
I don't know. I haven't been on the
190,
scales in a lot. I don't think I'm that small.
180, 180,
I'm
190,
pro-
I'd guess.
I'd probably. Well, okay. I would say about two. I'd say about 200, 210, somewhere in there.
I went from 290 now down to 245.
Well, the thing was,
Yes.
ironically though, the thing is, I I'll say it this way: Ottawa did wonders for me.
Yeah.
Going to Ottawa for as long as I was there did wonders for me. I lost a lot of weight, and I haven't put it back on. So I've been blessed on
Yeah,
that.
your avatar, you don't look very tall, but when your picture, you look like 6'2", maybe.
Well, I'm sitting back I'm sitting back in a chair in that picture, leaned back, and I got the phone out, holding the phone out, taking the picture, right?
Yeah.
So,
Uh-huh.
but I'm about
Yeah, it's hard to tell height
I,
from the selfie.
I'm about 5'11" and 3/4, almost 6 feet.
Mhm.
But
That was me.
it's
I never quite reached 6 feet.
Hey, bud.
I was like 5'11 and a half, and then
Yeah.
my brothers were like 6
You
feet. My
pick
kids
for
were
me,
like 6
okay?
feet. I'm like, God damn it!
I couldn't
I
hear
got
I was
you.
so close.
I gotta
Second
grind
now.
something up, so you pick for me, okay? I got
What do you get right?
Recon.
Recon.
I got Bob Marley.
What did you buy?
Punch. Purple Punch. I grew that one. That's a good one. I'm gonna put that to the
Oh,
side.
oh, that's your weed basket. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
I was trying to figure out what you do.
you know my friend that gave me the RSO and everything. He says when
Uh-huh.
the season's up, he's gonna give me 6 more jars like he did this time.
Oh,
I
nice.
got Midnight Yeti. I've had these it's lasted me 2 years. So that's empty. If you guys
I'm down
ever
to my
get
last little. I'm down to my last little jar of weed, and I got that from Air Cooled, and he got it from Harry Nuts.
if you ever get a chance to try
I got some Harry Nuts homegrown. It's pretty good.
Orange Kush cake is really good. I got Midnight Yeti and OG Kush. So what one do you want me to smoke?
Wow, you got lots of.
But why would I
I
want to
don't
send one
even have
to
that
me?
many. I don't even
Oh,
have
I'm
that
man.
many
saying
fingers.
one.
to count them on.
I'm thinking smoking. I'm saying smoke one. We'll pick one, and then whatever you don't pick, we get to pick one we want and send it to us.
I've been smoking
Yeah.
this one.
I'd say smoke the one that you have the most of.
No, you know
So
what?
they all the jars run out at the same time.
That purple punch I grew is good. I think I'm gonna smoke that. See my little
There you
bag?
go.
Excuse me.
I need to get
All in a
like
Macy's shopping bag.
I need to get like a box to put with them in.
When I was a little kid, well, I wasn't a little kid. When I was a teenager, I had a dream that they started selling pot in like grocery stores, and you could just go buy it, and it was like $1 a pound or whatever, like everything else. And you can kind of scoop, and you can just
I
like fill a
cleaned
whole bag for like
I
$3.
cleaned it all out, nice and clean here.
And it's almost getting to that. Well, I'm growing it myself now, so I'm gonna be overrun with. I don't know how many jars I'm gonna
Yeah.
need. I'm gonna have a lot of.
What are you feeding it?
Well, I did a whole lot of prep with the soil. And I put chicken manure and steer manure, mixed it in really good. That should be almost all it needs, but then I'm adding fish emulsion to it.
Yeah, that's good.
I do like
If you
I
want,
do
if you
water.
want,
I do water for 2 days, and then a fish emulsion, and then water for
you know
for
what
2
some
days, and then
people
a fish
do?
emulsion.
They'll get a fish. They'll just get a fish, and they'll put it on top of the soil, and everything from the fish goes into the soil. And then when you're done, you just throw the fish out. But
Yeah.
it needs a lot of
Uh,
phosphorus and potassium and sugar. That's
yeah.
important right
But
now. Yeah.
I thought it mostly needed nitrogen right now.
No, that's only when it's in veg, not in flour.
Oh, it's in veg. I got 2 months before it even thinks about flowering.
Get out!
I live way I live way south of you.
I found
We
some
don't get
flowering in the backyard.
we don't
I guess the seeds
we
flew
don't get
off
we
my
don't get
plant.
half night until September 21st.
Well,
That's when
the
it's
one
gonna start flowering.
I seen one and I threw it out, but it was starting to flower already. I didn't want it. I just threw it out.
Mm.
But it
I
was
only have
flowering.
3, so I'm not gonna throw anything out.
Well, I didn't want to grow one. It must have
But
blew off my
mine
plant.
need to grow a lot bigger. Mine need to grow a lot bigger. They're
Mine
as
grew
tall as
around 10,
well. The
12
one
feet
outside my
outside.
bathroom is as tall as me now, and it needs to grow another 4
Yes,
feet.
it'll be around 12 feet tall
Yeah,
by the time it's done. Because once it
yeah. I
gets
planted them early, and they did flower when they were 1 foot tall. I had like golf balls buds on them, and they
remember,
were like
soon as
they
it
looked
switches,
delicious.
soon as it switches into flower, it's gonna stretch another 2 feet.
Okay, but they flowered early, and then I started reading Jack Harris books and stuff, and he's like, "Oh, if a flower's early, you just gotta fuck with the light. You gotta give it light. You planted it too early. Just go out
As
there at
in the
night and
house.
shine a flashlight on it or something,
No,
and get it
you'll
to
hermit
snap
it.
out of it."
It'll hermit. You don't want to take a chance of making it a hermit. Then you won't have no flower.
No, they're full female and they're stinky. And it wasn't from a seed; it's from a clone. But I know it's not the best way to do it, but that's the way I did
No,
it.
but if you stress it or do something to it, you could make it hermit.
Yeah, you can, and that's great if you're
So
looking
be
for seeds.
careful.
If you're
If
looking for
you're
seeds, because I used to grow seeds. I got 11 seeds from Amsterdam, and I took those 11 seeds and turned it into bags of seeds. Because that's what I
you
did
don't
is I
want
grew them and
you
then
don't want
stressed
you don't
them.
want, you don't want hermit seeds because they'll be hermit.
No, they're female. If you get a female plant to like pop out some male flowers, and you go and you get your Q-tip and you dab it around. Because I was growing indoors
On
before.
another female, not on the same plant. On
Yeah,
another.
and then it's a clone.
I recently tried planting a couple seeds I had. I ended up with all males. I was like, damn it.
Oh, I would
Yeah,
have
that
loved
happens.
that, man.
That
Oh, I would have
happens.
collected that pollen. You could sell that shit for a lot of money.
Yeah, I gave them to. I ended up giving them to a friend of mine. He
Oh, that's
wanted them,
good.
so yeah,
That's
he
good.
knew what to do. Well, I had a handful of seeds that somebody had given me, and plus I had some more that somebody else had given me, and I took the smaller handful that somebody here locally gave me, and they all ended up being males. So I was like,
See,
damn it.
that's what I'm talking about, bud. If you don't do the seeds properly, they could beat you. They'll turn out a lot of male. We want to get when
Yeah.
I do breeding,
And if
I want
you,
to get 95% female.
because I've grown plants like silver haze and stuff back, it's the old school ones,
Oh, I don't like.
and then I grew a big plant, and then I wasn't sure is it male or female, and so you take a clipping off, root it, and then stress it a little bit, and it's right, and it starts to flower, and then you can see what it is. But then I went past that. I stressed it more and got it to pop out some male flowers on the little clone, and then I took those and
We could
dabbed
breed
that on.
the baboon with something and call it monkey face.
But
Or
it worked
monkey
really good,
balls.
and I was
Oh, you could.
selling seeds. I was giving away seeds and selling seeds. I was the seed guy.
I got 2 strains. I got one that's a baboon and something called something balls. If we put it together, we can make monkey balls.
Yeah. Monkey balls. I like that.
My
Buds
cousin's
monkey
I
growing
used
balls.
to
out.
be
There you
the
go.
seed, I used to be the
There you
seed
go.
guy, but
Buds
I'm
monkey
not the
balls.
seed guy anymore.
My cousin's growing out my seeds, and he's loving it. He says they turned out good. The seeds that I bred,
Yeah.
he's in love with them, and I'm really
I had to build a little false wall in my garage that nobody could see, and I built a workbench in front of it, and I had this little space, and I was growing all kinds of stuff in there, except for that I just had fluorescent lights, and they grew, and I could grow seeds, but I never, you can't really grow big buds, and so I was just making seeds. I was just a seed factory.
I know how to make
I had
big
my
balls.
12 seeds that my buddy smuggled from Amsterdam back to here from the seed bank, and then I just propagated and crossed them and did all kinds of stuff, but I never really got any buds.
Did you feed the plant that had seeds? Because you still gotta feed it, you know.
Yeah, I was feeding them, but that was way back a long time ago. Now I got clones and I'm just growing them into giant buds. That's all I want. I don't need seeds. I just want giant buds and 50 jars full. 50-gallon jars full.
I
That's what I'm
believe
aiming for.
that I made
And
a
if
video.
nobody steals it, that's what I'll get. But if
I
someone
made a
steals half of it,
I
I
made
don't
a
know.
video on breeding and collecting the pollen and everything.
Yeah, I was really good at that.
I actually got a laugh when my buddy that came and looked at my plants because when I started them, he knew I started them, and he said he goes, well, let me come and look, and he goes, they're males, right? And I'm like, okay, and he says, yeah, he pointed out how to tell, and I kind of already knew because I'd watched some of Ginger stuff, and then he says, you got to watch this YouTuber from Canada, her name's Ginger Snaps. I cracked up laughing.
Oh, thank you.
He says
Right.
when I first started growing, he says I started watching some others, but he said she says she was the most knowledgeable that I
I
found in
get
camp. One
shout
of the
outs
most
all the
knowledgeable I
time,
found.
and I don't even know it.
Yeah.
I just bump into them. I use
But
ginger
he
technique, and it turned out good.
yeah.
Everyone's got
But
their
anyway,
own way, you know.
I got
but he
really
said he
good
was
at
gonna
making
take
clothes.
he was gonna because he had a couple females of the he had gotten a couple females from those seeds, same seeds he gave me.
Yeah.
So he was gonna seed them. So he was gonna use them for seeding and then pollen as well, a couple for pollen as well. So I was like, okay, whatever. He says I didn't get any males. He says I got all females. He says I must have given you all the males. I'm like, yeah, probably.
Another good secret with pollen is that if you cook flour and then you put it in with the pollen, it helps keep it moisture gets in it, and it also makes the pollen spread because you only need a little bit. And usually, when we put it on, it is too much. So the flour will help it spread. But it
Yeah.
keeps it from
You know what's tempting is my big old female plant. It already budded once and then snapped out of it. It's like getting so big now. I could make 200 clones out of it. I could have 200 plants.
I fucking hate clones. They
But
take
then I would
too
get
long.
arrested because
They
they're
take
only
too long
allowed
to grow.
like 6. Mine's as
If
tall
you
as
get
me. I planted it in April. It's as tall as me.
from what I was told by a friend of mine in Halifax that grows, if you get first generation clones, you're laughing. If it's anything
I
past
hate
first
clones.
generation, if you get anything past first generation, forget it because it's not gonna be as strong.
Yeah, it might not be.
I don't like clones. They take too long.
But you're gonna get giant buds and you're gonna hang them upside down and they're gonna get you high.
You're
But it
gonna
might
get
not be as
giant
strong as
buds.
it could have been.
You don't know if you're gonna get
It might
giant
drop like
buds.
2% in THC. It's not like it's gonna drop down to nothing. It's just gonna drop some. But everybody now is like a weed snob, And so,
Well, they think they are. People think they know how to grow, but
yeah.
Well, the
I don't
gentleman
know. My
I
buddy
met in
grew
Halifax,
my buddy grew 24-foot
he's
wide
been growing.
plants. He grew 24-foot wide plants, and people came and they stole them all. And he still got 32 jars of weed after he dried it. And they only left what was on the ground. The the big old branches that were on the ground, they didn't get those. They got most of the plant, but he still got 3 pounds. Still got 32 jars, 32 quart jars full. So he still had, I don't know, he didn't really sell it. Well, he may or may not have sold it. I can't say he didn't. He made his money back, but he was so pissed that they came over his fence and stole it.
well, yeah. When
But
I
he
had
still
my
got 3 pounds.
you please let me
still got-
speak. You cut me off.
He still got 3 pounds from. I'm sorry. He still got 3 pounds from 3 plants, even though it got stolen. And I'm sorry, Ginger. Go ahead.
I said it hurts when your stuff gets stolen. I had all my plants stolen one year, and I never did it again. Fuck them. They stole my alarm and everything. Bastard.
Yeah, thieves suck. And for like right now, no one's gonna steal, but mine are getting really big, so they're gonna start noticing them. But when it starts getting stinky, come September, and they start flowering, then
I like the sweater.
because I'm gonna probably pick them at the end of October in California here.
The last two I grew outside didn't even get.
But if you wait like 2 days more, you know.
Will you let me finish my sentence? They didn't
Okay,
smell
I'm sorry.
like pot. They smelled like blueberry and grape punch. So it didn't have a stinky smell. That was really strange.
I had silver haze that just smelled like chocolate. That was
There
kind of
you
cool.
go.
Except for the ones I have now, no, they just smell like pot already. I walk out in the backyard, walk past them, and I'm like, skunk.
Doesn't that
It's
smell
just
good?
skunk.
That smells so good.
Yeah, and then I go mess with them and do a little trimming and tucking this one over here because I put cages around them because they're gonna get wide. So I'm trying to train them to get wider than they are gonna be taller. And so just messing with them, and I come back, smell my fingers, and I just smell like pot all the time now.
So you're topping them all the time?
No, I topped them. I topped them once, but then they flowered. And once they flower and then they grow out of the flower, because I was gonna cut off the buds. I was like, look at those buds, they're the size of golf balls. I'm
I
just gonna
thought you were
fucking
in
smoke
bed.
that.
You said you're in
And
bed.
everything I read said you don't cut it off, you just fix the light. So I did that. And
No,
then
but you
once
said
it
you
grew
were
out
in
of the
bed.
buds,
Are you in
once
bed?
it grew out of the buds, once it grew out of the flowers, then I don't know, I've got 50 tops.
Is it in
But
bed
I've
your
only topped it.
flower?
I've only topped it one time, but when they grow out of flower,
Is it veg or flower?
it's veg. It's all
And
veg
it doesn't
now.
have flowers. You can top them now.
I don't need to top them because they already flowered and then I snapped them out of it. And so out of each little golf ball bud that was going to grow up, I have like 20 starts that came out of that. And so it's like over topped already. I only topped them once, but since they flowered, now they're like over top. I have too many tops. And so now I'm
Well, that's-
spreading them out. Now I
what you
put
want.
cages around them and I'm pulling them to the side to
That's
get
what
more
you
light
want.
in the middle.
Yeah, that's what you
Yeah.
want. You want an even canopy as well.
Yeah, and they're outside, so it's not like I'm growing it indoor and just have one light above. You know, the sun comes up over there and goes down over there. So all the sides get full sun. And they're doing great. I can't complain.
Your keyboard is dead. Here, show me the garbage bucket behind me.
I think we lost. Are we losing Bud?
Nope, I'm
We
still
don't
here.
need
You don't need
Right.
Bud. Nope.
Bud. We don't need
No.
you, man. Just don't hit the End button. No, okay.
No, I just feel like shit.
Hey Ginger, did you see that video the other day of Devo and Upstate? Who can smoke the most?
No.
Not smoke. Well, they were both smoking the whole time, but it's who could eat the most gummies. And they got to like 1,000 milligrams.
Did they stay on
1,000
the
mil.
panel for at least 3 hours? Because that's when it's at its highest peak. is 3
Yeah,
hours.
it hadn't even hit him yet because it takes an hour for it to hit you. So whatever they ate in the last hour hadn't even hit him yet. Upstate was just like staring at the camera with his blank face. They were like, Upstate.
I
Lightweight.
love edibles, but I would never take that much. Never. That's just crazy.
Yeah, they were having some competition. I've never been that high.
I had a friend of mine at Christmas time that gave me a bunch of edibles somebody gave her at Christmas because she had kids, right? So she couldn't keep them around the house because she didn't want to worry. She wanted to worry about the kids getting into them.
Yeah.
So she was pumping me and a friend of mine that was here at Christmas time, pumping us full of these edibles, and then sends us home, and we're like,
You're like, damn.
we're
I don't
just
want to
like,
go home.
we're just like this.
Exactly. Yeah, that looks just like Upstate
I
right
was sitting on a live stream and I was sitting here and I had a couple joints. I smoked a joint. By the time I was done smoking the joint, I said to the people on the live stream, I'm like, I'm out because I can't feel my face.
That's exactly the face that Upstate had the other day. And then we're like,
I love
Upstate. And then he dropped from the panel. So I guess
edibles are my favorite.
Yeah, and he still had another hour for the rest of them to hit him because he'd eaten a lot more in the last hour. So those haven't even hit him yet. So I was hoping he was going to come up. He was in chat. I was hoping he was going to come up and talk about what happened, but I don't know.
I guess.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared of edibles because my ex-wife made a bunch of cookies, and I went there to work, and she's like, "I have cookies," and then she made butter and stuff and put it in the cookies and whatever there. So it was like, then I got the munchies because I was eating cookies and I was getting high, and then I got the munchies. Then I wanted more cookies, so I was eating more cookies. I don't know how many I ate, but I kind of got too high, I think. I think edibles should either taste nasty or they can't taste like cookies. Because what are you going to do when you get the munchies? You're going to eat more.
Eat more. Yeah.
You're going to forget.
Exactly.
You're going to forget that you're going to forget.
Hey, 801.
Like, I want
801 life.
801, good to see you, brother.
Just turns me into Cookie Monster, man. I'm just like, nom, nom, nom.
Better you than me.
Oh, the first thing I ever learned to make as edibles was brownies.
Yep.
And
that's the first thing I tried, but I didn't know how to make it. And we boiled it and stuff. But I didn't know to make it.
I had a friend of mine the same friend of mine that grows weed. He gave me a whole pile of butter and weed butter. And it was like, what can I do with these? He said, make brownies. I said, okay. So I went out and bought a pack of store-bought brownies and use the weed butter as opposed to using regular butter. And
yeah.
And I only got six out of 2 pans.
Oh.
Well, I had a couple of friends come over.
That's probably enough.
And they actually hoed into the brownies so bad that they didn't realize they were pot brownies, and I'm sitting here laughing at them. Because none of the friends that ate them, none of them smoked weed or ate or even considered weed. So I'm sitting here laughing my asses off at them as they're all high for the first time in their lives.
I'm really calm and quiet when I take it. AKY, very calm. It calms me right down, and then I get to a state where I'm walking like I'm drunk, and if I can't walk, I gotta crawl. I remember one time Belle abandoned me.
For me, I'm like, why did Why did I stare at that spot on the wall for the last 2 hours?
You know
I
what?
remember.
See, I don't get like that. I could eat all kinds. I get body stones, but I don't like start laughing, and I'm very calm, very quiet. I just want to go to sleep.
So we got a question for you, Ginger. What land animal has the longest tail?
A land animal.
Yeah.
A lot
Well, not a whale, because a whale has the
I
longest
didn't
tail.
say
But
will.
I know.
Let me think for a couple minutes. Curiosity.
Land animal.
I was in the bathroom.
Not the heaviest tail, it's the longest tail.
Shit, I don't know. That's a hard one.
Yeah, it is.
That's what she said.
It's not a hard tail.
I
It's a
don't
limp
know.
tail.
I was gonna say a snake because I thought it was a trick question, but
Snakes
Well,
are all tail.
A snake.
where does the snake's tail start? I don't
his
know.
whole body's a. His
Well,
whole
no,
body's
that's what I said. It's that from the neck down.
Yeah. I don't know what the longest tail is. Alligator?
That's a good
Crocodile?
guess. I was totally thinking it's a kangaroo for sure. But no, it's a giraffe.
Get out.
Yep, giraffe has longest tail.
Wow. I seen a giraffe give birth at the zoo.
Wow.
They just
I've
flop it
fed
out
giraffes at the zoo, but
and it falls
that
right
was
out.
scary.
It hits the ground. Bam.
It was scary for me because the giraffe's like 20 feet away from me, and then you walk up with your bag of peanuts or whatever. I don't know. It wasn't peanuts, but it was some food for the
Slobber all over
food
you.
for him. And he reached all the way over and said, "What do you got there?"
Oh yeah, they
And the
slobber
big old
on
head
you,
that's like this big old head that's like half the size of my body.
and it
He's
stinks.
like, "What do you got there?" I'm like, "Here, eat it. Go
Their
ahead."
mouth stinks so bad.
I guess
Yeah.
the wind was going the right way that day for me. I fed hippos and I fed lots of things. And I
Hey
don't think I
Belle,
smelled any of their breath.
Belle, you should come up and we should go to African Lion Safari. Bring the kids and everybody from the house there. Pick me up because it's on the way, and we could go there. That'd be nice.
Oh yeah.
And I'm bringing powdered donuts if we do, and I'm gonna make all the animals stop the traffic again, and I'm gonna tape it with my camera. The monkeys, oh my god, the monkeys love the donuts.
Can you imagine giving like brownies to monkeys, cookies?
No, I would never do that. That's me.
Yeah, no monkey business.
I gave my Rottweiler a little lick of wine, and I felt so bad because I could see her eyes moving in her head. She was getting spins, and I felt so bad.
I was renting a room from a guy, and then they all went out. It was like Christmas Eve. They all went out. They're all going to Christmas parties and stuff, and I was stuck at home. I'm just like, it's just me and the dogs. And then I had like an eggnog and some rum, and the dogs are like, "What you got there? What you got there?" So I gave the dogs some eggnogs and rum.
I wonder why they
And
like alcohol. My boxer loved beer. He could drink like 2 or 3 cans, but I wouldn't let him.
Most dogs love beer, yeah.
Yeah.
and then they got really drunk, and so I had to stay up all night long with them
Every
and
time I took the
make
dog
sure they
for a
didn't
walk,
fall in the pool because they're walking like sideways. I'm like,
every
no.
time I took them for a walk, my neighbors on the corner were always drinking, and they'd come over and love and then they'd pour beer all over the ground, and my dog would drink it all up, and then we'd go for a walk.
Well, I'll say this much: you could definitely give brownies to a monkey. It's safe. They actually can eat chocolate.
Well,
So
I'll just
Yeah.
give them powdered donuts. They love powdered donuts, man. Get them at Walmart for
They
a
love
buck.
they love chocolate too. So
Yeah,
hey,
Make
but
some
I
peanut
wouldn't,
butter cookies.
I wouldn't feel right. I'd feel bad if they got sick. I would feel really
Yeah.
bad. I'd be thinking about it.
Yeah.
but it is.
It'd
I
be
just
me.
let you know it is safe. It is safe to give it to them, Ginger.
I know,
It
but
would have been me taking them to the vet in the morning.
it would
So could
bother
you-
me in my
Like,
head. You know? It
Could
would
you
bother me.
substitute chocolate X-Lax for the chocolate?
Ew, that's mean too. You guys are horrible. Horrible. You're evil. No, 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 no.
I would never give a monkey X-Lax. I'll just
Did you know?
I'll just make sure that I make 2 batches of brownies and give one with X-Lax and one without, and give the
You
X-Lax
don't
ones
even
to
have
KY.
to do that. My cousin.
I would never.
Wait. My
I would
cousin
never
gave.
give.
Wait, my
Go ahead,
cousin
go ahead.
gave her brother a coffee and put a couple drops of vanilla in it, and it sent him to the bathroom quick.
Mm-hmm.
Vanilla.
I would never give X-Lax to anything that's gonna run up in a tree that I may be standing
That
under.
would be a shitty experience.
Hi, Mickey.
Monkeys are freaking nuts. I don't know if you guys have been around monkeys. They're fucking nuts.
Chimpanzees
And they're strong as
are
fuck. And they're
dangerous.
so fast. They'll take your glasses, they'll take your cell phone, and they'll run up in the tree by the time you're like,
Oh,
huh?
those ones? Yeah, because they know they can get away with it. But the
Yeah,
chimpanzees
yeah,
are
they can.
horrible. They eat each other. They kill each other. It's horrible.
Chimpanzees
Yeah.
do.
I was watching a video and I had to turn it off. It was so disturbing. Very disturbing.
Well, it's like lions. You know, a new lion becomes the king, and he kills all the kids. And then all the female lions go into heat again, and then he gets to make the new ones. You know, but he's killed all the kids.
I love all the animals. What's your favorite animal, Stevie?
A raccoon, I'd say raccoon.
What? Raccoon? Mine's a hippo.
The most
Bud,
deadly animal in the world.
Bud, what's
But
your
yeah,
favorite? What's Bud's favorite? Do you know what his favorite is? He's not there.
alligator. Alligator.
I was watching one on
Moose.
Crocodiles and Alligators the other day.
Moose.
Man, they're rough. Do you like a moose? How about
I
you,
would say,
KY?
no, I was saying Bud. I was saying for Bud Moose.
Oh yeah, a moose or an alligator.
The only reason I choose
I'd
raccoon.
I'd have to say
had
my
one.
favorite. I'd have to say my favorite animal. I'd probably say the raccoon as well.
Really?
They're so they're
Yeah.
they're one of the most interesting creatures to watch.
Well, they ate a hole in my fucking garbage can last week.
Yeah,
Sure it wasn't
they're
you
super
sure it wasn't-
smart. And I had
you sure it
one.
wasn't-
I had one that I caught that his mom got ran over up in upstate New York, and the babies were just running around the mom, and we went over there and tried to
Well, they
catch
make
one. And I
good
ended up
pets.
catching
They
one,
make good pets.
and then it was my
when they're
pet,
young.
and it was like so cool.
Yeah, they make
It
good
was,
pets
it,
when they're young.
they were like super smart. When it was
Yeah.
little, it would chase me across the yard, and I was its mom. You know, it'd follow me
They
everywhere,
like
and then
people. They really like people if they're around
Yeah.
people.
it was like super smart. And then I like taught it how to catch crawdads out of the lake and
They
stuff.
wash everything. They're obsessive with washing their food that they eat, everything. They want to wash
Yeah.
it.
I knew somebody had a raccoon as a pet, and
Yeah,
he'd
me
give
too.
him he'd give him sugar cubes every once in a
Oh.
while, right? Before he'd give him his treat, he'd give
Okay.
him a sugar cube, right? So
Yeah.
the raccoon, of course, like you say, the raccoons, they always wash everything. So he'd be sitting there, he'd be washing a sugar cube, and then he'd be looking at his little
Dissolve.
hands, and
It's all
it's
gone.
gone, and he'd come back, and then he'd come back wanting another one, and that's when he'd get his real treat, right?
That's a good trick.
Yeah.
Bud, you're back. What's your favorite animal? And Belle, what's your favorite animal? Everyone in the chat, put in your favorite animal. I want to know. Hi, Mr. Bean. Everyone put in. KY and Bud, what's your favorite animal?
I had a flying squirrel, and that'd be my like number something, but it wasn't like friendly.
I'm
Like my raccoon was like super friendly and cuddly and
You don't
loved
That's
want a
why
me
you
and
black.
like the
stuff.
raccoon.
You
I
don't
had
want
a
to. You
flying
don't want.
squirrel, but it was kind of cool, but it
You, you,
didn't
you
like
wouldn't. You
hug you
wouldn't want
and
one of those black squirrels
interact.
from Ontario. Those things are nasty.
Is KY sleeping again?
No, I'm not sleeping again.
Well, I asked you what your favorite animal was.
Well, you wouldn't shut up long enough to let me say.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I
Now I feel like
would say my favorite animal, it's got to be the cottontail rabbit.
Why?
They don't have the biggest tail, but they get the most.
What?
they have the most kids. They get the most sex.
Oh my god.
They don't.
Bud,
They
how
don't have
about
the
you?
biggest tail, but they get the most.
Bud?
They
Does Bud have a
reproduce.
favorite animal?
I think Bud plucked out.
Does anyone know his favorite animal besides the dog?
I would guess
be
dog.
No,
would
it
have
can't
tails.
be. It can't be a cat or a dog. It's got to be a wild animal.
His favorite wild animal.
Yeah. A skunk. I love the smell of skunks when they spray. I don't know why. I think because it reminds me of the country.
Oh, you know what? I worked on this house that nobody lived in. It was like way up in the rich, super rich hills near San Francisco, and they had caught a skunk in the garage. And we were there putting in the cabinets in the kitchen, doing the kitchen, right? And then like at lunchtime, we go out there to the garage. We're gonna eat our lunch out there, and there's a skunk in the cage. And so we started like, we weren't poking it, but we were like laughing at it and bumping the cage a little bit.
Did it let loose?
And it freaking let loose and sprayed us and sprayed the whole garage. And I was puking, and it doesn't smell like weed at all when you get that strong of a dose. No. It just smells like, I don't know what it smelled like.
No.
I had to get the hell out of there. We had
It
to
smells
leave.
like the country. That's what it reminds me of. Because when we used to go up north,
you know, because
you'd always drive by an area where skunks got
yeah,
run
well, I live
over,
out in
right?
the country, right? And one gets hit,
Let me
one gets run
finish.
over,
Let
and
me finish.
you drive past it. It's not that bad, but when one sprays you right there, it's
Why
kind of
do
bad.
you
Go
do
ahead,
that?
Ginger.
Why do
Go
you
ahead,
do that?
Ginger. Well, I just want to finish my thought, and go ahead.
Well, I was
That's
in
your
the
turn.
middle of a story.
Well,
I said when
sorry.
you're driving down the road in the country, somewhere you come across someone that's run over a skunk, right? And so you smell it, and it reminds me of the country. Or cow manure
Yeah.
reminds me of the country.
Yeah, I smell them all the time here, and you know what? I'll smell it at night because I live on a golf course, but it's just there's just like cherry orchards and vineyards around, and
Did you
somebody
wash yourself with
you know
tomato juice?
some animal somewhere will go fuck with the skunk and he'll spray,
Did
and
you
I'll be
wash
sleeping
yourself
and
with
I'll
tomato
wake up
juice?
at like 2 a.m. and it's just like, so I keep my fan in my window blowing in all night
How did you
to
clean
cool it off
yourself
at night.
up, Stevie?
Oh, I
After
went and bought some special soap and threw away my clothes, and
Oh, you didn't get tomato
when I
juice?
got sprayed, it was really bad.
Supposed to use
It was
tomato
super
juice.
bad. And I told the boss, I said, I'm not going back there till they get rid of that, because hell no. But it was underneath their house, and they hadn't moved in yet, so they just set up some traps in the garage with some food.
That'd be horrible to get. Yeah, tomato juice. That's what we used to use on the dogs when they used to get sprayed by skunks. Tomato juice.
Yeah. When I was a kid, we had a Weimaraner, and it would go and get sprayed like every summer, at least once or twice. We tried tomato sauce, That was just expensive, but they do sell stuff that you can wash them with that cuts it.
Not tomato sauce. Let's use tomato juice.
Tomato juice, yeah.
No, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. But it didn't really work. But they sell something at the pet store that works better. So we switched to
I'm
that,
not
but it was
gonna
still
do-
like
I
it was
wouldn't
still
wanna
like
put it-
4 days. The dog had to stay outside, and
Yeah, but that's a chemical you put on a dog. I'd rather put juice on my dog.
tomatoes are chemicals too. Everything's chemical.
Tomatoes not chemical.
Yeah, it
Dirty.
is.
Acid. It's
Yeah, it
acid.
is.
It's a fruit. It's food. It's normal. It's organic.
Yeah, but there's still lots of chemicals. It's like
Organic
arsenic.
acid.
Arsenic is natural. You can't mess with arsenic, right? There's all kinds of chemical. Everything's chemical. It's chemical and biological. And sometimes they synthesize it in a lab.
Okay,
It doesn't make
Stevie.
it bad.
Next time you go to Asia, you tell the woman here, I'm going to give you some chemical.
But we're made out of chemicals. Everything we eat is made out of chemicals. Whether it's natural or not, there's natural chemicals, and then there's lab made chemicals, but it's all chemicals. Everything is. Chemical is not a bad word. Chemical is just science has figured out what it is. Like,
The scientific
you could
formula.
you could buy energy drink, and with some other chemicals, you could take out the chemical caffeine, which is a chemical. You drink coffee, you're drinking chemicals. Everything's chemicals.
Yeah, and there's a lot of
Even
cholesterol in coffee.
water's chemicals. It's 2 parts hydrogen and 1 part oxygen. And those are chemicals. Everything's chemicals, really.
Breaks down to
We can
what
alter them, and
Yeah, but
we can adjust them, and we can make some crazy chemicals.
Yeah,
We
but
can.
Stevie, you know what I'm trying to say. I'd rather.
I know what you're trying to say. Natural and not natural. I know.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's
But-
natural chemicals and there's unnatural
Like
chemicals.
suppose
I
the
mean,
dog
come on.
had an allergic
Synthesized
reaction.
chemicals.
Suppose the dog had an allergic reaction. Then what?
Well, it's not like he's going to get less of a reaction from tomato juice than he would from the soap at the pet store that takes away that smell. It's probably the same chemical that's in tomatoes that kind of works, but there's more of it in the soap.
It's concentrated.
They take the ones that work and they put more of it in. But chemicals aren't always bad. They're rarely bad, but I mean, what we run across daily, they're rarely bad. They got a bad name because I'm not sure why they got a bad name. Well, probably from like pesticides and stuff, because they went crazy, making pyrethidone and making a bunch of stuff and making DDT. But they make it out of natural stuff. They just concentrate it. And we found out, we're killing the eagles. The eagle shells, the eagle egg shells are too thin now because of this chemical that we're using to kill bugs. And so that's why they got rid of DDT.
Yeah.
It was pretty much to save the eagles. But they just took a chemical that was already there and they just concentrated it more. Nature's full of chemicals. Your pine tree, it's got all kinds of acids and chemicals in it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at pot. Look at marijuana.
Yeah,
Marijuana
THC
has
is a
all
chemical.
THC,
THC is a chemical.
CBD.
Yeah, those are all chemicals. Yep.
2 tablespoons of Dawn dish soap, 4 tablespoons of baking soda, 1 quart of hydrogen peroxide will remove any skunk spray out. Says
Yeah,
constitutional auditor.
yeah, yeah. And all those are chemicals. All those are chemicals. Baking soda is a chemical. It's bicarbonate of sulfate, and all those are chemicals, and they're all concentrated as well. You
Well, I
can't
mean,
find
hydrogen
baking
peroxide.
soda in nature, but you could make it from nature. You just
Well,
gotta concentrate it.
hydrogen peroxide
Hydrogen peroxide
is 3.
it's hard to find in nature.
Yeah, but it's 3 chemicals. I think it's 4 chemicals, isn't it? Hydrogen peroxide.
I should grab out my hydrogen peroxide. I think it's only 2, but the strength of it matters.
Yeah.
I mean, it's oxygen, hydrogen, and something.
It's
so I
3.
think it's 3
then,
chemicals.
so, yeah.
But it's 3 naturally occurring chemicals.
Yeah.
It's not like we made them up ourselves. We got them from nature and combined them and concentrated them.
Well, I mean, if you look at the chemical periodic table, right, majority of those chemicals can be found in nature. There's some that are created.
Right. Exactly.
I can't remember.
Nature, but
I can't remember.
They're all in nature, but for us to use them, we have to concentrate them. You know, it's like hydrogen peroxide. You can go buy it at Walmart. You know, it's 2%, but the stuff they use for rocket fuel is 98%. But you could buy the same bottle at 2% from the store, and put it in a dish, and let most of the water evaporate, and you could get 98%. You could have a crazy oxidizer.
Oh yeah.
You don't want to do that because it's dangerous, but you could. You can make your own rockets from stuff you can buy. You just gotta wait and concentrate it.
Yeah,
because most of the rockets are pretty much like kerosene or a kerosene derivative and hydrogen peroxide as an oxidizer.
Yep.
I know somebody who used to make rockets, like small little rockets, and he was always experimenting with different
sugar rockets.
Not really sugar rockets. Basically, it was like the rocket kits you'd buy, and he would but eventually he ended up starting building, going in his dad's workshop and building his own, using PCV piping or pieces of steel pipe or whatever.
Yeah.
And, he was experimenting with different types of fuel. He was very much into chemistry and science.
Yeah. Pretty much all you need is like something with a lot of carbon, like sugar is a lot of carbon. That's why like a lot of the guys that make the homemade rockets, they make sugar rockets, and then you just need an oxidizer.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna make like a solid rocket rather than a liquid rocket, you just there's lots of ways to get the oxygen.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, he started out making solid and then went to liquid. So
yeah.
He actually had a what last rocket he actually ever built before his father told him he wasn't allowed to do it anymore. He made one that was actually powered by hydrogen peroxide. Don't ask me how he managed to get it to work, but it worked. It went 3 feet in the air.
3 feet?
And then 3 feet in the air, and then it blew up.
Yeah. I mean, the hydrogen peroxide is just an oxidizer, which there's several compounds you can use for an oxidizer, but you have to have a carbon and an oxidizer.
Yeah. I don't remember what his carbon was.
As soon as when you do a powder, it's a lot easier, but they're a lot less controlled. But when you do the liquid, you could, you got to spend a lot of money to mix them at the right rate and put them in a burning chamber at the right rate and all that.
Well, the other answer is to make a paste.
Mm-hmm.
and make a solid fuel and let it dry.
Yeah, solid fuel rockets.
Yep.
Yeah, you got a carbon and you got an oxidizer. Then you just light it, and it goes. Just like the little hobby rockets you buy, the little J9s and J5s and
Yeah,
J5s and
Estes
A2s.
rockets. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an oxidizer and a carbon. And the carbon could be almost anything, and the oxidizer could vary too. Hydrogen peroxide is a really good one, but there's other ones you could use. And so, like when the real rockets, when we launch stuff in space, your oxidizer is just liquid oxygen straight.
Yep.
And then they normally use like a kerosene or a kerosene derivative as the carbon. And the whole trick is to mix it at the right rate and not have
right proportion.
not have it burn up into the tank and blow up and all that fun stuff. But it's basically
Oh my God! I just
carbon
scared
and
the shit out
oxidizer.
of myself.
What'd you do?
Well, in the bathroom, I got the night light on, so it's enough light, to see. But earlier on today, I took out my trellis, and it's like a rope material. So I had to figure out how big it was and stuff, and I had a hard time, so I ended up hanging it in the bathroom. So when I went in, it felt like someone was throwing a net on top of me because I had it hanging up, and it's kind of over top, slanted, like it's gonna fall on you. And it was
Did you catch
scary.
yourself in the net?
And then on the other side is a full bathtub of water, so it looked really dangerous. It scared the shit out of me.
So you almost threw yourself in the net and then drowned
Yeah,
yourself
I
almost.
gotta cut it. I gotta cut it in half. I couldn't figure
Okay.
it out trying to unwrap it. Had to go back on
Chad?
Amazon.
You want to chime in, Chad?
I was scared.
No, it's quite all right. I'll leave Ginger alone.
Yeah, I got it.
I'll
Someone
leave
tried to
Ginger alone on
kidnap
that one.
I lost
We
my
got you,
lighter.
Ginger.
I lost my lighter. Where is it? There it is.
So,
RS
so your trellis you built outside out of rope. How did it end up in your bathroom? Were you cleaning it?
No. I bought it off Amazon around 4 or 5 years ago, and I never
Mm.
used it in my tent for a scrap. But I'm gonna cut it in half and put it outside for my snap peas and my cucumbers.
So has it been in your bathroom for 3 years?
No, I just hung it up today. I opened it up and it was all wrapped up.
Oh, okay.
It looks
okay.
like a volleyball net. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted to know what it looked like, so I hung it up and stretched it out. And I left it there. Because I'm always high as fuck. I left I was sleepwalking.
That's my excuse too.
I couldn't find my mouse. KY, where did I?
She woke up. She's
I
like,
was gonna hang up my trellis and then I got high.
She was
I just wanted
sleepwalking.
people to move life, but then I
Took
got
her mouse
high.
out of the living room, wherever her computer
Bedroom.
or bedroom, and found the mouse in the kitchen next to the
In front
microwave.
of the microwave. And then one time I was looking all over my nightgown. Where was it, KY?
In the refrigerator.
Beside the cream for the coffee.
Inside the cream.
Yeah. All rolled up in a ball. Yeah.
I think you get higher than I get. I
But I
haven't done that. I
function
haven't pulled
very
that one
well,
yet.
though. Function very well. I really do. But I will
Uh-huh.
not cook. I will not cook and turn on the stove if I am. I won't do that.
Yeah. Or if you do, don't walk away from it. No
No,
matter what.
because I know myself. I'll forget. I'll start watching YouTube. So it's better that I just don't. I can always grab something from the fridge. I don't need to cook something.
Yeah, there you go.
I really miss eggs. I haven't had eggs all week. I usually have an egg every morning. One egg.
Well, just
A hard boiled egg.
Oh,
And I got
It's almost a full moon, huh? I was like, why is the sky so bright? I look outside my window and I'm like, it looks like
Did it rain
it looks
there?
like 5 o'clock in the morning. But
It
yeah,
rained
the
here.
moon. We got like almost a full moon. I don't know when it is actually. I could look it up, but
Did
I'll
any
call
of
it a
you
full
guys
moon
get rain?
because it's
Anyone
like
get
95%.
anyone get rain
We
today?
no, in California, we haven't had rain for 3 months, and we're not going to have any for 4 months. We get
We had
no
rain
rain.
today.
You're lucky.
Yeah, I don't gotta water my plants now. Is there acid in the rain?
There can
It
be.
depends on how much air pollution is around you, but
That's it.
maybe. Do you live near coal plants and stuff? If so,
No,
then yeah, you get
steel
acid in your rain.
plants. We have steel plants in our yeah, they
Yeah,
shovel coal. They use coal though, so yeah. They use coal
yeah,
to fire it up. So yeah,
yeah,
we do have coal here.
yeah.
And more than
And
likely,
it's not like it's pure acid from falling from the sky. It's just more acidic than like
I thought it was
regular
from the
water.
clouds. I thought the acid was from the clouds. But
no,
it's
the
from the air.
rains collects the sulfur gas. You get sulfur dioxide, and then it
Yeah,
combines and makes hydrochloric acid.
yeah, yeah. Because the
No,
clouds are
where does
just
the acid
the
come
clouds
from?
are like
The air?
distilled water. They're like if you boil water and it's just pure water. But they have to fall through the environment and they have to fall through all the stuff and they collect it on the way down, which kind of cleans stuff, but at the same time, it's not super bad. It's not like it's gonna burn you. It's not like acid rain, but it is. The pH is a lot lower than you want when it does rain.
It damages art and sculpture, marble, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It etches it bad.
yeah, yeah. It'll etch cement too.
Yep.
It'll etch tile roofs. It'll etch stuff. But it's not so good for your plants. But I don't know. You could always catch some rainwater and do a pH test on it to see if you do have acid rain. It's just one of those little pool, those things you dip in your pool that
One
tells
little
you.
litmus dip papers.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
all you
it
need.
changes color and you can check. And if it does do that and they're out in the rain, I would put a little baking soda.
I
You
got
know?
an electronic tester for my pH.
Yeah.
The one
Well,
from
then
Amazon.
if you got that, then just collect some rainwater and check it, and you'll know if you have acid rain or not. Because it'll be a low pH. It'll be highly acidic. Well, not highly, but it'll be. I don't know. It could get down to like 5, when 7 is neutral. But
Right.
acid rain gets down to like 5, and then the plants don't like that.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
Well,
roses
pot
like
plants are
acid.
supposed
Yeah.
to be about 6.5.
No, because
But
then when it hits the soil, it changes. So that's why the
when it
5
hits
is
cement,
better.
it changes. If it
That's
hits
what I'm
cement,
saying.
it changes.
Once it
If
hits
you put
the soil, it changes. That's
if you
why
put
5 is better.
if you put a bunch of eggshells in your soil, then eggshells are just calcium, and calcium is like putting baking soda or something. It's a really high pH, and so the combination of the two, you could even it out towards 6.5, 7
Well, you
for your
can make
plant.
it 0 too. I do that. That's my very first video on my channel.
Don't do 0. 7 is
Wait,
neutral.
let me finish. When you
Okay.
put the crushed baked egg into the same amounts of vinegar, okay, it becomes neutral. And that's how you make the calcium ready available. It doesn't have to break down because the vinegar breaks down. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to be able to say this word.
No,
No,
I
I can't say
understand what
the
you're
word.
saying.
But yeah,
I totally understand what you're saying, but you want to end up with like, for most plants, 7. I mean, pot plants, cannabis, likes a little bit acidic, but like I like 6.5.
No, yeah, but it depends what your soil is first. Because if your soil's high, you need something that's lower. You have to balance it out. So you got to check the water that's coming out of the bottom of the pot, and then you test that, and then you know how much down you have to bring your water.
Yeah, I agree. That makes sense.
Every growing medium is different, right? Like every maker is different how they make their soil, so it's gonna
Oh,
have
for sure.
a different
Who knows
pH.
what's in there? Yeah.
Yeah,
Because you don't know what's in there. That's right. It's dirt, but what's in the dirt?
yeah,
Dirt and compost and stuff, and
yeah, and
things are
all the
breaking down.
amendments.
And
Yeah, all the amendments that you put in. If you put eggshell in there without the vinegar, you know what I mean. I mean,
Mhm.
all depends what's in the ground.
Yeah.
I just made some mycorrhizae. That's my last video I just put up with coffee grounds. That's like gold. I'm gonna go put that in my garden,
There you go.
or I could put it in the water and make a tea out of it with some kelp.
I wouldn't do that. I'd put it in the garden.
Well,
But
then put it in the garden, but I can make a tea with
it
it.
depends. If you have a good biome going in your dirt already, which I do with manure and stuff and
Yeah, but I'm in
garden
containers,
soil and
so every
dirt
time I
and
water it, I'm watering out the nutrients. When you grow with containers, it's not like the ground,
well, if you
right?
overwater it, then yeah. If you overwater it, you're washing it
No,
out.
but you're losing it all in the pot, so that's why.
If you overwater it, yes. But if you don't overwater it, you're not.
No, but
It all stays in there.
you still lose nutrients. It rains outside, right?
Well, if it rains enough to rinse the soil and have it leak out the bottom, because like different,
I'm in Canada. It rains a lot.
yeah,
Winter,
I get
summer, don't matter.
I have 2 plants above ground, so when it comes time to like cleanse it and get it ready for flowering, the 2 above the ground, I can do that. I can just flood it and wash everything out, and then add potassium and stuff
Well,
and
that's what
potash.
you do. Before you harvest it, you got to flush it out for a few weeks so you get all the
Yeah,
salts and everything out of the
right.
soil.
But I have one that's in the ground, and so I'm not gonna be able to do that with that
In
one.
the ground, you don't flush it. No, you don't have to flush the ones in the ground. Just the ones in the pots.
Yeah, but my pots are big; they're 30-gallon.
I know, but you still got to do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it because for now it's nitrogen, grow, grow, grow.
You're in California and it doesn't rain much, so I mean, you're
It
gonna
doesn't
have
rain
to
at
do it.
all.
Yeah,
It
you're
doesn't
gonna
rain
have
at
to do
all.
it. You're gonna have to do it.
Yeah, it doesn't rain at all here.
Unless you haven't put no chemicals in it, then I don't even think you have to do it at all.
Well, there's manure and there's fish emulsion, which are both chemicals and they're high in nitrogen. So,
Yeah, you can water
but
that
I'm gonna
down.
have to flush it. I'm gonna have to flush it unless I want stringy buds. I don't want stringy buds, but I am gonna have to flush it.
When I was doing living no-till soil, I didn't have to flush. And I'm going to do it that way again because just the taste of the medicine, it's so smooth and it doesn't hit the back of your throat, make you choke. It's just growing it that way for me. I really enjoy it. I can tell the difference between that and hydroponics.
Yeah, you know what bugs me is like when people put a bunch of sugar in it at the end,
You're
and
supposed
then
to do.
you're supposed to put a little bit, but when
No,
you put sugar in, what you're doing is you're feeding the bacteria.
No, you put the molasses in and it turns into carbohydrates, sugar, which gives it energy. You understand?
The plant doesn't get energy from
Yes, it
carbohydrates.
does. From the
The
sugar, and it makes
bacteria
the bud,
does.
and it makes the bud grow bigger.
It makes them grow a lot stiffer and harder, but when you smoke it, like you smoke a bowl and your bowl's still full, but you smoked it all, but it's still full because it's a carbon matrix that stays in there.
People usually use brown sugar or molasses.
Yeah, but
The last
I don't agree with putting that
the
at the
last-
end.
the
I
last
agree with
3 or
using
4
that because what you have to do is feed the biomes and all the bacteria that's in the
No,
soil if
the
they don't have
plant
enough to
needs it.
eat
The
during
plant
it.
needs it. The plant needs it. I'm sorry. That's when it needs it. The last 4 weeks of flower.
I mean, you do get heavier buds, but that's because they're 20% sugar.
That's
But
why
they
you give it.
but
That's
it
why you
smokes
give it
weird.
sugar.
If you're selling it, yeah, but if you're smoking it for yourself, I wouldn't put sugar on it for my own.
You don't
I
put
mean,
it on the bud. You put it in the soil,
of course you put it in the soil.
in the water. Yeah, you have to use the molasses. I wouldn't. I've never.
But
even
all it
heard of
does is feed the bacteria. It's like making beer. You
It
know,
doesn't
beer is
matter.
made out of sugar and bacteria,
It's good
and
for
it
the
turns it
plant.
and the bacteria turns it into yeast
It's good for the plant. That's all I have to say.
and to alcohol. Yeah, but you could tell when someone does it because you smoke a bowl and it's still full of like this black ash, or you smoke a joint and it's like it burns
Black
funny.
ash. What are you talking about? Black ash is when you don't flush. You have white ash when it's flushed properly.
Yeah, when it's flushed properly, it's white.
Yeah, it should
I know
be.
that.
The last weed I got was from a guy who grew it, and I'm like, you put way
taste
too
the
much sugar.
molasses or the sugar.
Because I'll put a bud on, I'll smoke a bud, and then when it's all gone, the bud's still there. It looks just like it. It's just a carbon matrix of the same shape as the bud because he overdid the sugar, where it should turn to ash and be gone.
No. I'm sorry, you're wrong.
I'm not wrong, but
anyway, I'm gonna head out, guys. Talk to you later.
All righty.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna get off
Good
here.
seeing you again, Mao. Ginger as well.
all right,
KY,
Chad. Good
Bud.
to see you, brother.
I know you're still
Bud's
listening,
asleep.
but you're muted.
He's
You
probably
might have fallen
sleeping.
asleep.
He probably fell asleep. Glad I don't
Tell
ever
him I
do
love
that shit.
him, okay? When you talk to him, tell him
Yeah,
I
right.
love him.
Hey, you were sawing some wood earlier, KY.
I
And
know.
he's in my prayers. Tell him, okay? KY.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
all right.
We'll let him know.
Okay.
Later.
Love you guys. Bye, Stevie.
All right, bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Take
Chad.
care.
Bye,
Love
KY.
you.
Bye,
Bye,
Ginger.
Bud. And everyone in the chat. Mwah. Uh-oh. How do I get out of here?
All right, folks. Bud's sleeping, and I'm gonna go. So we're gonna shut her down. Thank you all for showing up. Y'all stay safe, be well. Till next time. KY and Bud out.